And I think we are live. It is me, Senpoo. What an interesting intro. But yeah, this is a stream. Streams exist. Something like that. Music. Yay. But yeah, here I am, I guess. Astra in the chat. Hell yeah. How are you, Astra? I know Fawn's literally just asked you that, but how are you, Astra? Hi, well, I'm Senpoo. I'm sorry. Hi, sorry. I'm Dad. But yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. But yeah, welcome back to another Just Chatting stream. I can't remember when the last time I did one of these was. It's been a little longer than, like, you would think, but it probably isn't as long as I think, so I don't know. Okay, let's get some ice. Fuck ice. But, you know. Just because I do it in, like, a lot of these Just Chatting streams, it's time for some cream soda. Do we like cream soda in the chat? Because I like cream soda in the chat. Yay. Okay. I got the cream soda. Let's open it. Cream soda is nice indeed, Astra. I agree. I completely agree. Okay. Actually, let's just make sure that's in the trash can. Because it was kind of sticking out. Piece of cardboard. But not as good as milk and tea. I mean, milk and tea is good too. I mean, you know me. I drink tea in place of water. Or are you talking about them separately or mixed? I mean, they're both pretty good, but like, yeah, mixed. Okay, yeah. Milk and tea is in fact good. Like, absolute banger combo. I sometimes like putting like half and half in my tea as well. I mean, I haven't done it in forever, like with like hot tea, but like, because I mean, I don't exactly buy half and half that often. But if I have half and half, I'll put it in tea if I'm making hot tea. It's fun. Okay, let's pour this. But yeah, tea is good. And now I have cream soda in a mug. But yeah, we're chilling. But yeah, I figured I'd start somewhere with getting back into like doing things because I haven't been doing much. So, yeah. Might as well do a chatting stream and chat with people. You got sidetracked by Minecraft server lore. What are you actually talking about with like lore? Because I mean, like, is Campfire coming back, or are you just like writing more story slash lore stuff, or is this like something else? Because I haven't seen you post anything. I am curious. Okay, so you're writing the lore. That's cool. That is very cool. Oh, add. How fun. But yeah, I am just running around. I'm bopping around while I chat. But yeah, also tell me when the ad's over. Okay, ad ended, cool. But yeah, that is very neat that you're kind of working on that. Story writing in general is just fun. I mean, we've talked about this before. We've had many conversations about this, but yeah, it's fun. Like, I mean, I obviously have like the Mythoria stuff that I write. Which that's kind of like the most I've done with like writing lately, with like lore. Is just like coming up with Mythoria ideas. But that's about it for me for at least like nowadays. It is kind of fun because like whenever I put like the commentary description thingies on the Senpoo site for like some of my artwork, it gave me an excuse to just explain lore for like certain drawings or characters. So that was kind of fun. Mainly the Mythoria ones that I drew. They'd just be like, oh yeah, here's a basic description of this character. And it's like, wow, I don't get to write basic descriptions of those characters very often. But yeah, I've been wanting to do a rebrand. Do you have any ideas? What do you mean a rebrand? Like what kind of rebrand? Are you talking about like Campfire or something else? MC Scan, PFP, PNG Tuber, if I were to make one. Oh, is that why you have, or you made like a new YouTube account that has like no profile picture? Okay, fun. Yeah, hopefully we're not getting a new username too, because I mean, it gets a little... I mean, it's not like that hard, but it's kind of weird whenever I'm like editing old videos and it's like, oh hey, you go by one username and one thing, and... Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, we're all used to Astra by now, and it'll feel so... It'd be kind of weird to like switch again, which I mean... Yeah, Astra's cool. But yeah, I don't know, I guess you could play into like the Astra name or like the meaning behind it somehow. I don't know how, but you could do something going off of that. Haven't done any streaming because I have no clue what to do with a rebrand. Oh, so that's why I haven't been streaming. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Or you could be a faceless YouTuber, as in, like, quite literally, you make the PNG YouTuber not have a face. I'm kidding. Dumb idea. Yeah, Cosmic Being could be cool. You could, like, mix, like, some cool, like, bright, flashy, spacey colors or something. Or you could even, like, add, like, contrast with, like, oh, hey, darkness with brightness. I sound so generic right now saying that. Galaxy skin from Fortnite. I don't know who that is. Let me look that up. Okay, I don't know if this is the new model, but cool design. Spacey. Or what if I just type new model? Okay, again, I don't know if this is like the new model, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh wait, yeah, there's like a type 2. Huh, okay, I see. But yeah, that's pretty neat. So yeah, I guess it just depends on like what kind of, I guess, vibe you're going for. Because yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think like it kind of has been like sort of a thing that like at least like your past few things have like sort of evolved off of each other almost, like even if they're like completely different. Like there's almost been like sort of like an evolution going on from like your skins. Like you had like the design you made for season 9, and then like I think like you took that skin sort of and like I don't know, I feel like I remember there was some similarities going from that to what you had next to what you had next to what you had next and so on. I don't know if I'm remembering wrong, but I feel like there's like at least some kind of stuff. Yeah, continuous evolution. So maybe this would be like, again, some kind of continuous evolution type thing. So I mean, you could go off of like a new color scheme type of thing. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but I don't know. I know you like kind of like use pinks and purples sort of quite a bit, so I mean, I feel like that's gonna remain in some form unless you want to go completely away from that. Oh yeah, the yellow. The yellow's the other one. You have like the purple and yellow eyes, I believe. Oh yeah, it could be. Your eyes are stars. That sounds cheesy, but like, you could somehow do something with that. Or you could just straight up use the Split Season 9 colors instead. Because that's like sort of a thing like that. Not like a bright yellow, but technically a yellowish. That's a joke. Unless you actually want to do that. Split Season 9 colors, it's like a purple and like a kind of like yellowish moon color almost. It's not really like yellow, but like it's kind of like a lit moon. It's like yellowish. I don't have the color here because there's no Season 9 arena. But I used it in one of the Arena Clips thumbnails recently. I think it was 17 actually. I think Arena Clip 17's thumbnail actually uses it as like the 17 is the color I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a bright yellow though, but purple moon or whatever. Because there's the purple of the purple moon and then the moon of the moon. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's just like a lot of things you could go off of. Like you could play more into like the stars, you could play into like planets, I guess, I don't know. Just like any other like floating space object thing. Okay, so the robot thing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could keep the robot thing, because I mean, I think it works, but you could also maybe even, like, evolve that, I guess. Like, maybe you're just, like, some kind of, like, beyond robot, beyond that, and just, like, I'm like, thinking out loud right now, but it's, like, I don't know, instead of, like, metal parts, it's, like, space energy parts. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, you could make it to where it's like a humanoid, non-human thing made up of some kind of material radiating space energy. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. I guess like one example I could think of is like in Clash of Clans they have like this whole meteor thing going with Town Hall 18, and like they have like different types of like meteor creatures or whatever that are just like little creatures that are like seemingly made up of like glowing meteor rock. Keyword is glowing because it's like, whoa, magical, mysterious meteor power. I just keep talking, don't I? But yeah, I don't know if that's helpful at all with like ideas or not at all. Yeah, I don't mean like meteors specifically, but I just mean kind of like the idea of like, oh hey, so like robots are made of metal. Those like Clash of Clans meteor creatures are made of like magical, mysterious space rock. So you could be like a robot, but like instead of being made of like metal or something like a typical robot, it's like made of something else. Basically a living being made of some space material that allows you to get creative with like coloring or stuff. And heck, if you want to, you could even make lore of like the character's origin or something. I don't know. Like maybe you're made of stardust. I don't know. Or maybe you're just like, maybe you're made of just straight up plasma. I don't know. Those would just be generally non-human. When I say robot, I do mean something close to what I have now. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like basically replace like it's still like human looking, but I guess like instead of like drawing like a metallic texture or whatever, you would draw like some other material that you invent for lore purposes. Like, I'm thinking, like, for example, like, actually, here's an example, only, like, not using, like, space stuff. You take Senpoo, and then you make him diorite. Now it's diorite Senpoo. He's made of diorite. But he's still humanoid. That kind of thing, but instead of diorite, you do, like, space something. Which you can get creative with, because You could just invent a space something that isn't real. Or heck, you could be real if you want. Meant non-human, not non-humanoid. So you want non-human? So like you don't want to be like human-like anymore? Is that what you're saying? Like something completely new, or what? So I mean, what I'm saying is like still similar. Okay, you understood what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's basically what I'm talking about. So I mean, diorite Senpoo, for example. But of course it doesn't have to be rocks, it could be anything. Because that way you could still like, you could maybe even like still play into like the robot motif, but it's like not your conventional robot. If you don't want to like stray too far from that, or like evolve from it. Okay, so you would want to keep the metal. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe the clothing just like glows or something. I mean, yeah, it's also pretty easy to just like add little design things that are like star related or whatever. I mean, I like doing that. I did that with Ismene. I gave her moon because she likes the moon. She's a huge fan of the moon. She watches the moon. She's inspired by it. So therefore, her design has a couple elements related to the moon. And also the stars even. Because she stargazes. But yeah, honestly, I've got nothing. But other than just like general ideas that you've probably already thought of. Yeah, or maybe you want to play into magic somehow. I don't know. Anyway, posted the new lore. Oh, you posted the new lore. Oh, for a second, I thought you were saying the new lore is a musical. Lamau. That moment when Campfire is actually a musical. We did Campfire the musical. It's just a musical adaptation of the Voldemort drama. When I said the Silver Lights thing, I wasn't kidding. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember when you sent that, there was like no context you were writing more lore other than that, so I assumed you were talking about the existing messages, and I was like, I don't think these are 10-syllable lines. Oh no, please no. Voldemort, the musical. Actually, we can't call it that for copyright reasons. Cheerium, the musical. It's a full 2-hour-long musical special. Featuring an animated Cheerium. But yeah, that'd be a Fam Guy fun mom. Yeah, actually, I'll probably read that later, just so I don't just like go dead silent for like a long time on the stream. Oh, I would need to make a 3D Cheerio model. Imagine a 3D Cheerio model. Actually, I bet we can get Bloxy to do that. Bloxy does have a 3D model, although we haven't heard from Bloxy in a while. I saw him on Discord the other day, but... Oh, crap. I like cream soda. But yeah. But yeah, that would be totally sick if we just made a 3D Cheerio model. I think there was like a 3D like Hydro Poo thing that existed because Bloxy made it, but it like wasn't completely accurate, but it's like it exists, which is funny. Ad ended. Cool. But yeah, it would be really funny if we made that. We have like the 3D renders of our characters and it's just like, yeah, we exist. Wait, you made a 3D Senpoo model? Also, wait, do you know how to 3D model? I don't think I knew that about you if you do. Low poly, yeah. Okay, what does this 3D Senpoo model look like? I did not know about this. Also, did you just make it for fun, or is there like a reason you were making this? Did you make this for something? Because that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, just for fun. Okay, cool. I mean, Espoo's a pretty simple character, so like... Yeah. I think it works. But yeah, that's fun. Let's drink cream soda. But yeah. Oh fuck, now that I like noticed, like I said but yeah again. I'm sorry, Astra. DM'd me. Okay, I want to see this. Whoa. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That's pretty cool. I do quite enjoy it. And yeah, I can see very low poly, but still, just the fact that it exists, that's awesome. Yeah, I say it a lot, and I especially say it a lot whenever it's like an awkward situation or things are quiet. So, Grey's in the Life, Just Chatting streams, I say it a lot. Because I just go silent and then I have to break the silence and I'm like, but yeah. But yeah, I do say but yeah a lot. Another DM. Whoa, he's evil. He's very evil. That's like communism without the communism. But yeah, totally sick. Do 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 do. But yeah, honestly, I might make some Angry Birds content at some point because I think it'd be really funny. And also, I feel like that's a bit more niche to where, like, maybe I could draw in an audience, but also it's fun, and I think it would be funny to just be like, Senpoo plays Angry Birds. But yeah, we're chilling. I've been running some cool stuff with my research, so that's been fun. Straight up density functional theory. Isn't that wonderful? But yeah, that's been fun. So I've been doing something new, and I've actually been doing something. So that's cool. Oh yeah, and then obviously I did record Graze of the Life last night. Hopefully that was enjoyable. I mean, I know you, Astra, it's like, yeah, it's Toho gameplay. So like, I don't know if you care that much about the gameplay, but hopefully the stuff I talked about was interesting, because I mean, my idea was literally just, oh hey, I haven't been recording this because I have nothing to talk about. And I've been like burnt out and haven't done anything lately. What if I make a video about that? It's perfect. Well, especially if it was interesting enough, the gameplay. Okay, for a second I thought you were talking about the video in general, and I was like, wow, that's not very nice. but yeah. Yeah, Toho 2's fun. But yeah, it was fun to just like kind of play that. Maybe I should play more Toho soon. I mean, I need to play Toho 17 more. But yeah, at least I uploaded. It's not getting many views, but still, who cares, I guess. I mean, I care, but yeah. Yeah, one thing I do think is interesting that I guess like I did mention in the video is like I haven't even been in the mood to work on arenas lately. Which I mean, I'm always in the mood to work on arenas. So yeah, that's a sign that I'm not in the mood to do anything. Either that or maybe I'm just unmotivated, which I mean, again, I think it's part of the burnout that I talked about in the video, but like, because I mean, like, nobody's been showing up to arena streams, or at least like, not nobody, but like, way less than normal. To the point where it's like, okay, do people even care? Why add things if nobody's gonna play it? Because I think that's definitely a motivating factor, because I mean, obviously, normally I just kind of enjoy adding things for the sake of adding things, because it's fun. But whenever I'm like slightly less in the mood, that's like a thing. How many do we have on Friday? I think the most we had at once was 5, I believe. I don't think we ever had up to 6 to where we had teams with that. I think we might have had like 6 people total, but the most we had at once was 5. So I mean, yeah, 5's not like the worst, but like, I don't know if we're ever gonna reach like a really high number again. I mean, I guess for like reference, the most recent arena clips I edited, we managed to actually get 9 people on at once at one point in that video. which is like a lot. But yeah, Friday was fun though. But yeah, I don't know, just all the streams lately, even if like I guess like yeah, we get like a pretty standard number of people on, it still just kind of feels dead a lot of the time. Like, and it isn't just like the gameplay, it's like also just like the Twitch chat, because I mean, it's usually pretty quiet. And again, that's also like another reason why I do kind of want to like build an audience and like kind of build up more and have more people who watch. Just because like, I mean like right now what it is it's kind of like a situation where like, okay, yeah, I'm having fun, we're talking with Yokai. And then Yokai goes AFK or something, and then it just, oh hey, there's nobody here. But yeah, it just feels kind of quiet sometimes. And it's definitely been a bit like unmotivating. And also like the view counts in general are just lower than normal, I feel like. Like I don't think it was the worst on Friday, but the past few weeks before that, like it was kind of like I was like averaging like 3 viewers, which is like kind of low for my standards nowadays. Like I'd say if it's at least like 4 is like what I consider the average, and then 5's average, slightly above average, and then anything higher is like, oh hey, this is awesome. But 3 is like, rip me. 2 is like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah. But yeah. TLDR, it's unmotivating when I guess like it doesn't seem like people really care about the things I do. Which I mean some people do, but I don't know, it's unmotivating. And then also I've just been kind of like tired lately, so all of those things combined have just kind of made it hard to do things. But yeah. Those are my thoughts on me being burnt out. I'm consumed by the internet algorithms. Or not the algorithms, I don't do anything for the algorithm. That's probably part of my problem, honestly. But also if I do things for the algorithm, then like, where's the fun in that? Like, I'm not gonna play some random game because it's popular. I'm gonna play the things I want to play. Or I'm not gonna like hyper edit my videos because I don't know how to do that. And also like, I feel like that kind of just takes the charm out. If I could like have good editing that like feels natural, that'd be cool. But I mean, I'm not that good at editing. I know how to edit like the bare basics, but like I can't even make like something like move on screen. At least I don't think I can. Also, Yokai in the chat. Hi, Yokai. Senpoo, shut up. Yokai's in the chat. I'm so funny. But yeah, Yokai, we're talking about my burnout. Or at least that's what I'm talking about. Nobody's like steered it away from that. So I mean, I'm talking about that because I mean like, yeah. But yeah, how are you doing, Yokai? Give me a moment. The delay is atrocious. Oh, fun. How wonderful. But yeah. I wonder how bad the delay is. But yeah, anyway, yeah. It is kind of painful, whatever, like, it feels like not many people care about the things I make. But I mean, yeah, like, I don't want to just, like, cater to the algorithm, because that's not fun. Because she's about to restart to fix it. Yeah, perhaps. Or maybe just, like, refreshing the stream or something. But yeah, that's where I am. That's where I am with my life. Yeah, refresh. Yeah, like the kit refresh mechanic. You know, from Sploot Arenas. I'm unfunny. Chatting. There, I said a word, so it's still a chatting stream. Another word, because it's a chatting stream, so I need to chat. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I do feel like I should make more content or something. I just don't know what. Like, what would be interesting? I think Yokai left us. Calling it now, Yokai is gonna be like, nope, I'm back. I didn't leave. Or maybe she left, but like... Or maybe not. Yokai will return. It's like the end of the credits. It's like, Yokai will return. Yeah, and the only reason I was like calling it now was because I saw the view count go up by 1 like right after you said that. Although I don't think the view count's even accurate. But yeah. Any Senpoo musicers in the chat? See, I'm still talking at the chatting stream. I do need to bring back Senpoo music. Again, I just haven't been motivated. So, I mean, Senpoo music's like a whole other issue. Because it's like, it takes so much motivation to actually do it. But when I'm already not motivated, it's even harder. So, I mean, like, starting out on an arrangement just isn't fun. The finishing part of it is really fun. Add. Oh, how fun. But yeah, it's the ad over. Okay, yeah, ad ended. But yeah, Senpoo music's like a whole different issue, because starting in a range is painful, because it's just transcribing the original song, because like, you gotta get the notes right. Because that's like, it's in a range, so it's like, yeah. So that's like the boring part, that takes forever, and it's like just a drag. But then whenever I actually put my own creativity into it, that's when it's really fun. But getting to that point is a long and painful process. And also, even then, not many people are going to watch it anyway, because, again, that's how it usually works. And then originals, nobody's watching that shit. But originals are fun. But again, I need to be motivated to, like, a lot of times I'll come up with, like, a melody idea, I'll, like, open the software and put it down, and I'll just be like, okay, I'm tired. And then I won't ever finish it. That happens sometimes. So that's the issue with originals. It's like I might have ideas, but I don't have enough ideas to keep the flow going, I guess. Because yeah, the stuff is fun to do, but again, I have to have the energy and the motivation. Have you considered doing survival stuff near campfire? Streamed it kind of well. That's something I've thought about. Is it's like, I think if I did do that, it would work pretty well. It's just I also don't know if I want to do Minecraft survival. Because I mean, even with campfire, like, I actually talked about this with CPP the other day whenever we met up. Because like if I did like survival, like I feel like nothing would happen. Like, I would just, like, stream it, and I would never build anything. I would just kind of, like, gather things and never actually have the motivation to build anything, and then it would just be a bunch of nothing. Yo, Kuromi in the chat. How are you? Or actually, wait, I think... You know what, let's pull up the translator. I'm pretty sure if I remember, I'm pretty sure you mostly speak Spanish, I believe. I think. Meow, another cat. Okay. Yeah, I got the gato part. Meow. But yeah, I've thought about doing survival though. But again, I just feel like not much would happen, and also like the whole reason like Sploot Survival's on hiatus to begin with is because like if you notice like in the later seasons of Sploot, which I mean viewers won't know this, but Astra, you'll know this. Like things kind of died every season that went on. Things just got less and less active, I guess. And my theory I've always had for that is that it's because like the game isn't as fresh anymore. Whether through a roleplay, so stuff could happen without needing to build. I mean, at that point it would just be like Sploot Season 10, but that's a whole other project for me. With the many projects I already am neglecting. But I think roleplay could be fun, but it's like, I would have to commit to it. Especially with how busy my life can get, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Yeah, But like people get tired of that. So like my theory though with like Sploot was like, okay, it was most magical in Season 0 because it was like a time when most people on the server hadn't really played survival Minecraft much in a very long time. So every little thing in the game just felt new. Whether it was like the old stuff or like random new things that were added and just like messing around with the little features. Like that's what made Season 0 so magical, is people just like were like, oh hey, this thing exists, I'm gonna mess around with this thing. Just for the fun of it, because I mean, it was just the discovery. But then every season after, it's like, the longer we play, it's the more we're familiar with the game and the progression and everything. To the point where it's just like the magic isn't there, I guess. So my idea is like sort of like, also take into account that you're all in high school then. I mean, yeah, but I don't think that makes a difference though, because I mean, like, it was literally just a bunch of friends playing Minecraft and having fun and doing random bullshit. Like, that's what was fun about it. But also, like, people, like, would do things because there's just a lot to discover and find. Like, that's what was kind of fun about it. But yeah, that was just kind of a wild time. But nowadays, like, we all know the features of the game almost too well, to the point where it's just like, I don't know, the magic just isn't there as much anymore. So my theory for taking a break from Sploot Survival was, it was sort of like the idea of, if people take a break from playing much survival, and then we come back to it like much later, there will hopefully be enough new content in the game to where it almost feels fresh again. And also, like, obviously discovering the old things. But I mean, obviously, like, I don't know if that's going to happen just because, like, even if we're not playing survival, like, most of us are keeping up with, like, the updates and stuff and know everything in the game. Especially with arenas, like, I'm fully aware of, like, everything that exists. So I don't know if, like, the magic would be there. Like, I think, like, one, like, burst of like just fun for me was whenever 1.19 came out. It was during Season 8. I remember when that update came out, like, I really enjoyed that update a lot. 1.19 was great, because it just added so many random little things, and it was just fun to just mess around with them. Like, oh hey, they added frogs. I'm gonna go on an adventure and collect all the different frogs from, like, the different biomes. Like, this will be fun. But yeah, that was fun. Then, like, they added the Deep Dark, and it was like, okay, I'm going to the Deep Dark. I gotta get Swift Sneak. Things like that. They just added a lot of things in that update where it was just like, yeah, I'm just messing around with these things, and this is really fun. Gave me something to do. Oh yeah, I don't think just a time gap would fully restore it. Yeah, I don't think it would fully restore it. I guess, like, my hope is just that, okay, even, like, taking a bit of a break, since, like, we were just constantly playing for years straight, would hopefully bring some fun back to it. But again, I feel like it would kind of die. And I mean, the more recent seasons, or specifically Season 9 only, but planned Season 10, do have the roleplay element thrown in. So I mean, I think that was fun with Season 9. Like, even if it kind of died and was less active and therefore is harder to roleplay, the little roleplaying we did do was just really fun. And I'm glad it happened. Like, I think Season 9 is one of the most memorable seasons just because of that, even if not much actually happened. Because just the characters we had and the way we interacted with each other was just really fun. Again, even if it was pretty short-lived. I mean, I liked watching all of your YouTube videos for the Sploot Season 9 lore stuff. Like, I thought they were pretty fun to watch. I liked randomly, like, just role-playing in general. I like getting people who don't normally roleplay that much into it. Like, that was really fun. If I were to open up server again, I would try to push the roleplay more. Yeah, that's kind of like the hard part, though, is that, like, I plan on doing that fully in Season 10. Like, I want to fully embrace that. But the problem is, like, there are people who clearly just aren't interested in roleplay. And then I guess, like, they don't have as much of a place on the server. So like you'll be doing roleplay, but then it'll just be people who are just kind of there who just like don't want to participate at all. Which I mean that's fine, but it definitely is more fun the more people are participating. Yeah, giving the role players additional abilities. Yeah, but even like I think like the issue I had in season 9 was like I decided on like, okay, these are the main people. I'm making them abilities for the roleplay stuff. They all have characters. And heck, even like anybody who joined after, they also had characters. It's just that like they weren't really like relevant to anything. But I mean like the problem was like I put so much work into that and then just like half the abilities weren't even used because nobody played. So I mean that's like what I want to do with season 10 is like I want to go even more all out on the abilities, but I truly only want to make abilities for the people who are committed to like participate. And like I will be genuinely upset at somebody if they tell me, "Yeah, I'll participate." I go through all the effort of making abilities and then they don't participate. So that's why I want to like make it clear. It's like if you don't participate when saying you're participating, that's on you. That's my plan for season 10 at least. And obviously I'm going to open it up to like some other people as well who never played the old seasons. But yeah, the abilities were just fun. Like, I mean, they weren't the most useful a lot of the time, other than like some of them. But just like the novelty of them existing was pretty fun. And also it's just really fun making them. I mean, I told myself if season 9 died, I would just end the split survival completely. But I had so much fun making the abilities that before the season even started, I said, okay, I'll do a season 10 no matter what at some point. So yeah, they were just fun to make. It's kind of why I also enjoy making like arena stuff, because it's like the same kind of logic that goes into it. Like, it's just fun. It's fun to make data packs. For do it, I would have one of each person's ability just be a passive stat buff, so it wouldn't be as much work. I mean, yeah, that could be a thing, but also like it's a bit less fun, I guess, at least from the development side. Like, even if it's less work, it's like part of the fun is making the things. I mean, I think the fun of it is just making like cool, creative things that are unique. So like a passive stat buff, gameplay-wise, okay, that's kind of cool, but it's like, what if I made a cool ability with a name that does something cool? Yeah, no, it's boring, but it's practical. Yeah, it could. And I've even like thought of the idea of like incorporating some form of passive ability system in season 10. Just I don't know for sure what I'm doing with it yet. And yeah, one of their abilities. Yeah, the main thing is just like there are only so many passive buffs you can kind of have. Or actually, you can probably make some cool creative ones. I mean, like, what if you put the vampire effect in survival, like from arenas? Like that could that's technically a passive ability. But yeah, either way, I think doing like a survival stream type of thing could be fun, but also like, I just genuinely don't think I'm in the mood to play Minecraft survival. Yeah, potions and attributes, there are a lot. Yeah, maybe I do some kind of like survival Minecraft thing at some point. I mean, there's no like SMP right now though. Like Spook Survival's on hiatus, Campfire is kind of dead. But even then, like starting an SMP, I don't think I'd be able to commit to it. I mean, even Campfire, I straight up said like, yeah, no promises on me like playing this very much at all. I played it more than I actually thought I would because mainly just to like the stream numbers did well, and also like it was kind of fun just being there, even if I didn't do anything. The stream numbers definitely motivated me though. Not to say that's like the only thing that convinced me to play on Campfire, but it did well, and also like it was just kind of fun. I mean, I got to interact with people. Like, I mean, like it started off as just like, okay, me and CVP are gonna join Campfire, and just this is gonna be like possibly like a one-off stream or something of just us playing Minecraft Survival and doing whatever. But then like we kind of interact with people, and like Ballast like randomly got on and joined us, and that just made it kind of fun. Because yeah, it was originally just me and CVP being a duo, but then like Ballast showed up and was like, here I am. So we had a trio, and we were all working together. Yeah. But Campfire was a case where like I straight up didn't really want to do any of the role-playing. I don't know why I didn't want to do any. I guess it was just because like I wasn't really that committed to the server anyway, other than just like, oh hey, I'm streaming it a bit. But I mean, I'd consider myself fully detached from like any kind of roleplay that was going on. Yeah, it makes me think it could be fun to do something. It just, again, like, people wouldn't commit, and, or I mean, people might commit, but I mean, I doubt it. Yeah, there wasn't much. I think like even like there was some attempted roleplay, and in my case, like whenever if I got intersected with that like at all, like I genuinely got annoyed because it like was inconveniencing me just playing the game. At least I think I remember there being something with that. I think I remember there was a time where like somebody was like bothering me with like some like they were like playing a character, but they were like bothering me, and I like genuinely got mad on stream. I forget what it was, but I feel like that definitely happened at some point. I guess I think somebody like griefed our cow farm or something, and it like genuinely pissed me off. Yeah, the FDA, that's what it was. I think that's one of the few instances, or actually not few, it's happened a lot, of me like genuinely getting pissed off on stream. I think we put a book at your base. Yeah, I think I like intentionally just ignored that. But yeah, I don't remember what happened, but I think like I was just like mining or something, and somebody at our base was saying that like somebody was like breaking our fence or something. Or doing something. Like I don't remember what it was, but there's just something that happened, and like I genuinely got mad. Like I don't remember the specifics, because again, this was over a year ago probably, but yeah, that was an example of like, yeah, I wasn't engaged with the roleplay. But I mean, I think doing an SMP though, like, it could be fun. And I mean, it gets viewers, I guess, because I mean, all those people showing up being like, hey, can I join? Like, they're gonna watch. People like SMP content. Even if it's like, you're not doing anything interesting. Apparently people like to watch that. That's how we got, yeah, that's how we got him. Like, shoutouts to him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'd be like the type of thing where just like, or maybe it is the type of thing where just anyone joins. But I mean, I think what people like about SMP content, at least on YouTube, is like, they like the fact that like there is roleplay going on. I mean, that's why the Dream SMP did so well, because it had like a ton of scripted roleplay. Like, people just found that enjoyable. Like, there was just so much lore on there. And like, ever since then, I think people are just like really into SMPs, just because like they have that kind of thing. Because I mean, SMPs have always existed, and they've always been like fun to watch. But I feel like Dream SMP definitely showed that, oh hey, you can do an SMP with like a ton of scripted roleplay and tell like really compelling stories, and like to the point where you get millions of people just watching to see what happens with the lore. Oh, ad. Yeah, tell me when the ad's over. Ad ended. Cool. But yeah, like the Dream SMP was kind of a case where like it showed like you can have these like really crazy scripted storylines and like millions of people will like wait to see what happens next. And ever since then, like a lot of YouTube SMP content kind of goes off of like the lore stuff. Hold on, music broke. So it's like always been a thing with SMPs, but like very lore heavy SMPs are way more popular now. I mean, there will always be people who just like the classic, just playing the game and doing whatever, and whatever shenanigans happen. I mean, Hermitcraft. That's like that kind of SMP. I mean, I think Hermitcraft like has tried to do some lore things before that are like a little more scripted. I forget what season. I think it was like season 8 or something. I think it was season 8 where like they did like some scripted lore stuff. I never actually finished watching all this stuff. Yeah, you know, Hermitcraft has done a roleplay since season 6. Yeah, I started watching in season 7. Or I think it was season 7. Season 6 was the one that, like, Cheerium was obsessed with back in the day. Like, season 6 is the one that Grian joined, right? I think it was, because I started with season 7. Like, I think I watched all of Grian's POV in season 7. Like, the one where Grian built the giant mansion with where you don't look at the back. That's the one I watched. Also, 6'7" guy, what's up? Dude was in like middle school. I was an insane Mayanite SMP kid. Okay, yeah, that name sounds familiar. I was like, what is that? I don't remember, but I feel like I remember hearing Captain Sparkles mention that, I think, back in the day. I think that was Captain Sparkles, but... because I feel like I remember hearing that name from Captain Sparkles specifically. Or maybe I'm just like connecting things that didn't actually happen. But yeah, like events do happen, and it's like I feel like that kind of thing, like, I mean, I get there's probably like some scripting, but like I think a lot of it probably was like just shenanigans going on. But like season 8, I think they like that was like around the time of Dream SMP. I don't know if that was like the motivation, but they did like a lot of like crazy stuff with lore, I feel like. Season 9 had a lot of lore at the moon. Trying to remember, I think I might have watched season 9. I don't remember. I don't remember what I watched. Season 8, I think I tried to watch all POVs, and then I kind of stopped watching for a while. Actually, I think Season 9 was the one where a lot of it I watched Doc's POV, and then I kind of fell off of it because I got busy. And Doc makes really long videos, so like I didn't have time to watch them, even though they're like great videos. And he's very justified for making them so long. Like he's even explained it. But yeah, I don't remember. 12 years ago, Captain Sparkle, a bunch of others. Very neat. Oh wait, Sploot season 9. Yeah, I know there's like some Hermitcraft lore at the moon somewhere, but yeah, Sploot season 9 had the moon lore. And I mean, like, I think I was like trying to, I mean, season 9's entire, like, it wasn't even inspired by Dream SMP at all, as you would think, considering that's what was popular around then. Actually, I think that this is a bit after Dream SMP was like peak popularity. Like, for reference, season 9 was like around when Dream did the face reveal. Like, I remember I was in that same dorm room, like, whenever I was developing season 9 and Dream did the face reveal. But yeah, Split season 9, like that wasn't even inspired by the typical SMP lore stuff. That was like literally just inspired by Toho. Like I literally just made it inspired by Imperishable Night because I was obsessed with Imperishable Night, which I mean, as I should, great game. But like I was inspired by Imperishable Night, so I was like, okay, let's make a season where all the teams are duos. Like you have like this focus mechanic with different abilities depending on if you're focused or unfocused, and then lore with the moon, as you should. Yeah, Aya is peak. Exactly. But yeah, that's the thing with like season 9 though, is like I made these like abilities, and then like going off of the Toho inspiration, all the different characters have different abilities. So therefore, since the characters have different abilities, that means we need characters. So everyone is playing a character. And yeah, that's how that happened. And then my character purely existed to drive the main plot, which of course was inspired by Imperishable Night. Oh yeah, you don't know about Sploot Season 9 or just Sploot Survival in general. Basically, like, it's on long-term hiatus right now, but I basically like had like a private SMP with friends. It's like Astro was there, for example, and it's just Minecraft Survival. And it started out as just like, okay, we're just playing Minecraft, but then whenever interest died, I started doing like a season system where every so often we reset, and each season usually has like some different gimmicks. Mainly just like minor things. Like Season 0 was the basic one. Season 1, we just had everyone is on one of two teams, and the teams compete, and the lore basically randomly devolved into capitalism versus communism. I was the communist. I started a communist revolution. That's how it happened. Might have to adopt that. Yeah, it is really fun. But yeah, we did that. Then Season 2, I decided to go off just a straight capitalist theme, so every team was a duo, and each duo was like, they were running their own company. And it's basically just like we had like the currency mechanic that you find on a lot of servers where you could buy and sell items for like in-game currency. So yeah, that's what Season 2 was. Season 3, there was no theme, it was just a normal survival again. Season 4, it was originally going to have like a tie-in storyline that was going to be about time travel, but then COVID happened and I didn't feel like working on things, so it just became a normal season. Then Season 5, it was a team-based season with teams of 4. Originally I was going to do teams of 3, but I did teams of 4, so I didn't leave out my friend, because like it was going to be like, it would have been like 3 of us and not like the 4 of us that are like often like hanging out together. But like the roleplay aspect sounds genuinely like secret sauce. Yeah, roleplay is great in Minecraft SMPs. Like, it makes it fun. But yeah, with Season 5 though, like we did like teams of 4, but I was gonna do teams of 3 because the idea for the season was inspired by Sonic Heroes of all things. So that's kind of funny. Like, all the teams even had the team naming convention of Team something going off of like the Sonic Heroes teams. But yeah, Season 6, the theme was industry, but it was basically just a normal survival, but like the gimmick we added was we had like a Hermitcraft style shopping district to where you could make shops and stuff. With diamonds as currency, of course. But Season 6 was a great season, but it ended up like having some roleplay because we implemented a mayor debate. And that was a fun time, even if I rigged the election. It was funny. But we did have a mayor debate, and that's probably one of the most memorable server history things ever. But there was roleplay there, and it was fun. But I mean, it ultimately was me just like playing a giant joke on Astra, just being like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this election thing, and we're gonna like do all this lore, but I'm secretly gonna rig the election against Astra, so my friend who like doesn't actually do much on the server could win the election and pull a Dream SMP J-Schlatt and just be a straight up dictator. But we didn't have much time after the election because I really wanted to start Season 7 at the start of the summer. So that was kind of a blunder, but also because it was summer, I did want to start a new season. It happened a bit late in the season, but it was fun. But Season 7, the theme was law, so the whole idea was like, you're allowed to grief, you're allowed to, or actually not grief, but like, you're allowed to steal stuff and kill people, but we elect sheriffs, and the way it works with like sheriffs is like, basically you can break the rules, but the sheriff has like authority to enforce the rules. So if you're caught by the sheriff or you provide evidence to the sheriff that something happened, then the sheriff can impose a punishment on the person and they have to obey. Which we didn't have too many instances, but there were some sheriff moments. But Season 7, like, it kind of died prematurely because there was some drama, I guess. But hey, the drama's over now, so that's cool. But yeah, Astra knows what I mean by drama. But yeah, then season 8, I wanted to go back to the roots of the server. There's drama. No, you leaving was the drama. Like that's what happened. Like there was drama between us. Yeah, it was like we had that drama and that basically killed all my motivation for season 7, so I just ended the season early. But yeah. But then you came back literally the next season at some point, so things were fine. But yeah, I was like pretty upset whenever that happened. I just like lost all drive to continue season 7. That's also why the Senpoo event kind of died as well. And also I was just kind of depressed around that time in general because I was starting college and I was kind of depressed and lonely. But yeah, season 7 was that though. But then season 8 was just kind of like, okay, I want to start with the roots. So we had like a starting gimmick at the start of the season that was just like starting out like on the server there are only 8 people and more people are added every so often. So we started with like basically the original people and like a couple others and then expanded, but it didn't have much of an effect because a couple weeks in like basically everyone was already there. But we basically made season 8 the sequel to the season 1 season where it's capitalism versus communism with 2 teams. So we just did that again. And season 8 was pretty fun. And then season 9 is the one again, which that, as I was talking about, we went kind of all out on the roleplay. Although, of course, some people didn't really want to roleplay, so like that kind of happens. But the whole system was just like, I wanted to make a season inspired by Imperishable Night, and the gimmicks were we had an ability system where all the main players had 2 abilities. There's a focus meter where if you're holding shift it goes up, if you're not holding shift it goes down. And if it's below 0, then you use your unfocus ability. If it's above 0, you use your focus ability. And you have an item that allows you to use your abilities at the cost of experience. And then also the other gimmick was the Eternal Night. So basically it was night 24/7 except for like 1 real life hour per day. So that was the gimmick, because it's the Eternal Night. Also, where is it? Purple Moon. I still have the resource pack for the Purple Moon here because I think it looks cool. You should have started with Day. I could have started with Day, but it's kind of funny though if I don't. Yeah, maybe it was, but it only lasted a little bit. We survived. Or, I mean, we probably died a bunch, but yeah, that's the whole thing with Season 9, though, is we had that, and then we had all of our characters, and so there's the main overarching plot, and then we had our characters that can have their own individual lore. My character purely existed as a drive for the main plot, since, like, I'm the one who runs the server, so I need to drive that, but nobody really cared about the main plot, and it never really progressed because since like nobody was being active, like it kind of didn't really do much. And also I made like a few like small requirements for like the plot to progress, and nobody was able to accomplish those together because people just kind of stopped being active, and the entire season kind of relied on the duo system. So whatever, I mean, it didn't really rely on it because you just play the game, but it does have duos, so like some people just kind of didn't have a teammate. But yeah, there were some flaws with it, but it was fun to develop, and it was just really cool. And plus, like, giving characters their own abilities, that's personality. So those requirements for people just logging on to collect their item, and it didn't happen. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Like, there was that, and then there was also, like, a fighting the Ender Dragon thing, which, like, we needed to get people on to fight the Ender Dragon. Yeah, I don't actually know what I was going to do with the lore if it did progress, but I mean, still, it didn't progress, but I mean, it's like I couldn't tell you like where the story was going to go, because I genuinely don't know, but still, just like having it was fun. And I mean, Astro was definitely the MVP of lore, I will say. Second place would probably be me, technically, just because I'm the only other person who made videos. And yes, if you do want to, yeah, as always. But But yeah, if you do want to like get like a small taste of what did happen though, I do have 3 videos on my YouTube channel that are still public of me doing a series on it. Because that was the only one where I actually recorded videos and uploaded. But I mean, not much really happens in those videos. They're not the most interesting. But yeah, I have 3 videos. And then also Astra's videos are technically still public on a different channel. Which, I mean, I will say, which I've told this to Astra before, sometimes like the editing isn't the best, if I remember, but the story's pretty entertaining. Please don't watch them. Like, Astra, like, you need to give yourself credit. Like, you did a good job with the lore. Some of them aren't edited. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. But that's the thing, though, is, like, while the editing and stuff isn't the best, like, I think you did a good job with the story. Like, I think, like, the lore stuff you were setting up was definitely interesting to where it wasn't even just like, oh, hey, somebody's making a video on my server that made me interested. It was literally just the fact that, like, oh, hey, I want to know what happens next. That got me interested. Like, I was excited when you uploaded it, anytime you uploaded a new video, just because, like, I did genuinely enjoy watching them. Because, like, I enjoyed what you're doing with the plot. No, I was a teenager with shitty editing software too. There's no judgments here. I think that's all of us. I mean, I think during my high school times, I didn't actually like upload any content really. But I mean, like, I made content when I was younger than that. None of it's public anymore. Yeah, you just didn't want to. You also had some edited by Cheerium, I think. Or maybe that wasn't that series. Maybe that was the other one. I think you actually did all this stuff in Season 9. And also you even did like the extra secret videos for extra lore. Yeah, the Vanilla Plus series. But yeah, I do enjoy your videos. The question mark videos? Oh yeah, the S6 character. Yeah, for a second I thought you meant Season 6. I was like, you didn't record in Season 6. Or maybe you did and didn't upload, but... Yeah, you need to make more videos. After the rebrand, that is. But yeah, like... So J-Shift. This arena right here on Arenas is Astra's base from Season 9. So I mean, it made the 2 teams based on, like, some Astra lore stuff. But... Yeah, this is Astra's base from Season 9 right here. This was an actual nether portal, but I changed it for the arena, obviously. But yeah, the obelisk. Oh yeah, and also I guess another thing is just because of the fact that Season 9 did have characters and abilities associated with them, I did even develop an idea for a Sploot Season 9 board game. So I literally just straight up came up with an idea to like make a board game based on Season 9. And I do plan on like revisiting that at some point, but not right now. But I did come up with a board game idea based on like the abilities. Oh, ad. I'll continue after the ad. Actually, while the ad runs, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And we're back. Terrible... Okay, I need to sit down. Get the inspiration, something way too big. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is me, honestly, a lot of the time. Never into actually building or making anything of interest. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about, like, Minecraft or just in general, but I mean, I can relate. I mean, literally, that's, like... I mean, I didn't really talk about that specifically, but, like, the video I uploaded on YouTube last night is basically that. It's like, oh, hey, I'm burnt out. I have, like, all these things. I haven't been in the mood to do any of it. And part of it probably is just, like, how big some of these projects are. Like, especially, like, Senpoo music. Like, that stuff takes a while to where, like, I just don't start because it's just a lot. But yeah, burnout is annoying. But yeah, what was I saying about Season 9? I was saying something. Oh yeah, the board game. I came up with this whole idea in like a single night, and I mean, I even did a playtest with some friends, and it honestly needs some work, but it's still a thing that exists. Have you ever played Omori? I have not. I've heard it's good, but yeah, I've never played it. Let's say I want to make Deeper Well from that game. Yeah, don't know what that is, but interesting. So the color scheme of the top half is just based on non-binary flag. I actually never noticed that. Like, I genuinely never noticed that. But, yeah. Nail it. Also, where your whole color scheme comes from. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting. But yeah, I can see it. I can see it. But yeah, yeah, and I think that's another reason why I don't actually because like I think beyond like some of the earlier seasons on Sploot Survival, I never actually built a base on most of them. And I think that mainly just comes to the fact that it's like, I have cool ideas, but then executing them is so much that I just never do it. So yeah, I can totally relate to that, even in the Minecraft context. Like, the last time I made an actual base was Sploot Season 4. I had a really ambitious idea for Season 5 and never did it because I suck at building. I built a throne. That's all I did. And the throne looked bad. Holy same. Yeah, I was gonna build like a giant castle because like, so every season I made like a different like skin or variant of my character. Season 5 was when I was starting to run out of ideas, and so the best I could come up with is like, what if I'm a Dark Lord? So I did that, and after that I kind of stopped making new variants because I ran out of I knew I was out of ideas. So Season 6 and 7, no joke intended, I just used my normal skin. I didn't have an actual variant for those. Season 8 brought back the Season 1 variant. And then Season 9 actually did get a variant because, of course, it's like a unique character. The Skylight Warden. Oh yeah, speaking of Season 9, oh, it's over here. All the abilities, you need an item to use them. So here are all the ability items. I made like textures for them. Some are just recolors of existing things. But yeah, here are all the ability items, and just like items relevant to Season 9. Being overly ambitious and also being bad at building. Yeah, it sucks. It's like Minecraft is like the building game, but like I never build anything, so I just kind of just play the game and never actually do anything. That's what Campfire SMP was for me. I never actually built a base. But yeah, look, that's a Skylight Staff. That was my ability item. Right there. It's pretty cool. There are also these other ones. They all had names. I came up with the names. Yeah, that one right there was Astra's. And also that one, because Astra had the Sanctuary Pearl to use the ability called a Sanctuary Warp. It's literally just an Ender Pearl, but it's not affected by gravity. It wasn't like the most interesting, but it was still cool. Yeah, because you had like your ability item, but then you had like, if you didn't have one, you could summon the Sanctuary Pearl and then throwing it actually use the ability. But yeah, that was cool. There's CBPs. It's the PLC flag. His character in Season 9, he was like a Polish king, and he wants to remake Big Poland. I would not resist the urge to just make my character a Yukari self-insert for something like this. That would be really funny. Like, you'd have an ability where you could just straight up gap or something. Like, you just gap through walls or something. Like, that could be an ability, and then I don't know what the other one would be. You gap somebody else to you. I don't know. A lot of like my inspirations for some of these abilities were just straight up Toho. Oh hey, Yokai's back. Hi Yokai. We're talking about Split Season 9 and roleplay. We are so back. But yeah, Yukari character would probably have like some... Like, I can even imagine like how I would make a gapping ability. Where you can just go through walls. Like I can literally just imagine how that would work. Like I just use some kind of like... I use some kind of like ray casting thing to where like you just stand up to a wall, use the ability, and it just like keeps going until it hits like an air block, and then just like, okay, you gap to this location or something like that. Since I jumped through hoops to fix the problem I was having with my Twitch, but I'll tell you the story another day. Interesting. There's the generic response. But yeah, glad you got it fixed though. Or at least I'm hoping you got it fixed. But yeah, these are the Season 9 ability items. They're sick. Actually, I can get a better look. Here I am. They're floating. Yeah, like, the Skylight Staff. That was mine. Like, it existed. Something like SA Ray where it does ray casting in the opposite direction. You always get to the other side of any room. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking. Or, I mean, I was actually thinking go through walls now that I think about it, but no, maybe you could just get to the opposite side of a room, or if you're outside, like, you just hit something, I don't know. Although then again, that would just be like the Ender Pearl ability again, because it's just teleporting, but yeah, there could be something like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to imagine. But I mean, yeah, like I definitely threw a lot of Toho influence into this season with some characters. Like even other people's characters with their ideas, I like some of the abilities I integrated Toho inspiration. I mean, all the abilities like had like Toho spell style naming schemes, sort of. It's like an April, yeah, but it's swag and awesome because it's Yukari doing it. True. So true. But yeah, like, I know like mine, like, I just straight up had a Master Spark as one of my abilities. It was basically just a Master Spark. Let's see. One of the characters, I gave him the ability to like run extremely fast. And that was like Aya inspired. You even like constantly play like the same wind sound effect over and over again when you're using it. Thank you, Yokai. Um, let's see. One of Astra's ability, I gave it the name the Sanctuary Box Pandora's Decay. That was inspired by a Seiho song that has Pandora's Box in the title. Even if it's like not based on anything, it's just literally just I got the idea for the name from a Seiho song. That'd be oh, that would be broken with the spheres. You are in fact very right. End up discovering the ultimate mobile Twitch experience. Interesting. What is the ultimate mobile Twitch experience? Is it like Subway Surfers with like the mini player thing? I did think that name was weird. Yeah, I tried to go for a very like Toho sounding name there. Like that sounds like something Zune would do. It's like Sanctuary Box Pandora's Decay. Or actually, no, it was Anarchy Box Pandora's Decay, not Sanctuary Box. Anarchy Box, I think. I think one of the characters, like, whose character I think was straight up a JoJo reference. I think I like took some like Toho influence with like actually no, I straight up took like Sakuya inspiration because JoJo. Like I mean, it was like the world basically, but I mean, I was inspired by Toho because I play Toho. Yeah, so like I gave him like a time stop ability type of thing. And then a Village Ripper, which is like Jack the Ripper. It's like I know Sakuya has like some inspiration from that, and I guess that's also a JoJo character, I think. I don't know, I don't watch JoJo. Surprisingly, Mushmoo's stuff was pretty much all original. I don't think there was any Toho influence in there. Insurance Dude, I think I went very much off of like Mystia of all characters from IN. It's like the assassin, like the mysterious assassin, but also like since the season was like night themed, I leaned into the night element with like darkness and stuff. So yeah, that was like Mystia inspired. CVP was just, the character was kind of a joke, but he was active enough to where I gave him abilities after the fact. So like, one of them he just summons money, and the other he just summons a really good horse. Because I mean, again, his entire character was a Polish king, because like his entire character is Remake Big Poland. Oh, and then Flame is the goddess flute, because I used the account for admin stuff, and like I thought it would be fun to just like give myself god abilities. So I made 10 abilities for Flame. And originally it's just kind of for my own fun, but then Flame actually got slightly integrated into the Astra lore. Or specifically, Astra had a Flame encounter in the lore. I mean, if we're going by character names, the character's name was technically Chessie, but like, it was Astra. Like, if we're talking, like, actual lore, I will say Chessie. But if we're just talking about it, it was Astra's character. Kinda like I'm Senpoo, but my character is Espoo. Are people aware Flame is God? I don't know if they are. But Flame isn't actually God in, like, the actual, like, Sploot lore I come up with. But in terms of, like, the Minecraft survival stuff, Season 9, I established that Flame is the god of everything, because Flame is the account I used for, like, admin stuff. So, yeah, Flame is canonically god in the survival canon. Okay, what did Yokai say? They hate each other, never loads, bypass this, chat acts up. End up installing a client named Frosty. Perfectly running streams with perfect chat, and it integrates... Oh, it's like all those like thingies that like have emote thingies. I think that's what those things do. I don't know what else they do, but I think they add like emote stuff you can do. But yeah, very neat. Good job, Yokai. But yeah, Season 9 was a fun time. Even if, like, again, it wasn't that active, it was definitely memorable. And I mean, we had some good storylines, even if they weren't developed all the way. TF. I'm guessing that's a troll face. I can't see it, but I'm guessing it's a troll face. Or I would assume that has something to do with one of those thingies. Wait, it shows on my thingy? Wait, you're telling me this whole time, like, my stream chat, like, on stream, like, actually shows the things from, like, those other providers? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Or I'm assuming that's from the other providers. It doesn't show on my actual Twitch chat. But hey, that's cool. But yeah. Anyway, back to the original conversation. Okay, it's from Better Twitch TV. I'm pretty sure that's what that stands for. But yeah, back to the original conversation. I think an SMP would be fun to do. It's just, I don't know if I'd stick to it, and I think it would die pretty quick. But it would possibly get me a lot of views, which I really do need that these days, especially with my lack of motivation. But I also don't think I'd be able to stick to it. I mean, I haven't even been streaming that much lately just because I haven't been in the mood. But, yeah. But yeah, I feel like there's just a lot of conversations we can really just have about Sploot Survival in general, because I mean, that was a cool era. It's crazy that I did such like a fun thing that I started back in high school, and it went on for quite a while. Dopamine hit when a video bangs goes crazy. Oh yeah, I agree. Like, my videos never get like any views, but I wish they did because it just feels great. Like, my recent videos have been even doing worse than they normally do, and I don't even know how that's possible, considering they already do pretty bad. But it feels good. Like, I'm kind of at a point now where it's like, again, I'm too consumed by the current online landscape, and there's no going back. But I'm at a point now where it's like, big number equals happy, low number equals sad. So I mean, that's why it's like, I feel pain whenever like nobody watches my streams sometimes, like if I have a low view count. But then if I have a high view count, it's like, holy crap, this is hype, I gotta keep going. Actually, I remember J-Shift. Oh wait, I think an ad's playing, fuck. It like popped up right as I looked over. I'll continue this discussion in a second. And also respond to Yokai's message in a second. The dopamine hit when you're gambling in Angry Birds. Okay, ad ended for Yokai. Okay, cool. But yeah, as I was saying though, like I am at that point where, like, if like not many people are watching my streams, I will feel pain. But then, if the stream does well, then like, oh hey, this is awesome. Like sometimes like I'll end streams earlier than I was planning just because like the low numbers demotivate me enough. But yeah, I do remember though J-Shift. Oh, you just got a Domino's ad. I'll read Yokai's message in a second because I just want to continue this discussion. But Domino's ad into Uma Musume, Like the game didn't already have my bulls for the first year on global release. Lamau. But yeah, J-Shift, I actually remember whenever you first, like the first time you ever showed up in my chat, I was actually streaming Toho, and I specifically remember what happened is like I was like about like I kind of like this I was kind of like done playing because like oh hey like not many people are watching, I don't feel like playing more, but then you just like showed up and I was like, you know what, I'll do another run. And I did another run, and it was either a 1cc or it was close to a 1cc. I don't think I 1cc'd, but I remember that. It's like you showed up in my chat and it motivated me to do another run just because I actually had a viewer. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, going to Yokai's message. The only flaw is stream pauses every time you go in and out of picture-in-picture. Very neat. I remember that. That shit cleared. Oh, hell yeah. I don't even remember. What was it, DDC? I think it was DDC. Like, I think it was DDC. I think I was using Marissa, maybe. One of the Marissa shots. But yeah, I don't remember. Suddenly tried to solve the problem. Well, no computer. Hinges damaged. Sorry, big expenses planned soon. Can't get a new computer. Yeah, that's fair. DDC, I forgot if it was Reimubi or Sakuyabi. I know it wasn't Sakuyabi because that was my final 1cc. And I think the only person in my... Like, I remember that around when I got that 1cc. That's the first time Ballas showed up in my chat. Because I remember Ballas showed up and I got the clear and he was like, hey, I can teach you how to clear the extra stage if you want. And I was like, so, like, it had been so long of me just playing the same game, just trying to get that 1cc. That I was like, nah, I'm moving on. Because Sakuya B is just... That shot sucks. That shot sucks so much. I remember when I did a Grace in the Life video as well, I was just like very just done with life one day, and I was like, okay, you know what? I hate my life. I'm gonna play Sakuya B for Grace in the Life. And I almost got the 1cc, even though like I haven't played in a while. But I mean, I already have the 1cc, so it doesn't matter. But I actually got surprisingly close to clearing with that garbage shot. Sakuya is actually like... You could say a lot of things here. Active self-sabotage. True. Literally true. Like, I think Yokai was getting so annoyed with me for how long I was just stuck on that one shot and not moving on to the next game. This gets scenario. Someone lends me or gives me an old computer. It's like best case. Raise funds for a notebook computer. So I need something smaller. Didn't they release like a new Mac or something? Or are you like talking like PC specifically? Because I know they released like a new like lower budget Mac option that like I've heard is pretty neat for just like general use. At least I remember when they revealed that people were really hyped, so I don't know. I have a MacBook Pro I use for work. Obviously I use Windows for most things, but I mean if I'm getting a free laptop through my like research stuff, then like yeah, I probably want to get one that coding doesn't suck on. Should make a bottom 5 list of worst shot types of the series just for all-time stinkers. Honestly, yeah, that would be fun. I don't actually know what I'd consider the worst. I mean, I haven't actually played... I'm still on 17. I actually need to finish that. I still have the 2 non-Wolf Yomu shots, and I've heard there's like a bug. But yeah, before that though, like, I mean... Sakuya B DDC, Marissa B UFO is pretty bad. I don't know what else. Oh yeah, Solo, Alice, and Sakuya, I forgot about those. Yeah, Yomu Otter's the one with the bug, I think. Normal size, but normal size was not appreciated by my back. Yeah, that's like actually like I got like the smaller size of the MacBook Pro because like I couldn't like the other one was like more expensive, which I mean obviously like I could have done it if I thought I needed it, but like that would have just been like extra money that like would have to be spent on it, and I mean it's not my money. But also like I was even talking with like my advisors when I was trying to plan this out, and they're like, yeah, honestly, the smaller size is kind of nice for portability. And I mean, I agree. I could like easily carry this and like just like work in bed if I want. A bad rabbit hole to fall down is working in bed, but it's something I can do and I have done. Small computer for grad school task. I Zoom meetings, my Mac would finally rest easy. Yeah, I can confirm though, having a smaller computer to carry around, it is nice. Like, I'm somebody who notoriously usually has heavy backpacks, and it's all purely because of my Windows laptop. But now that I have like a Mac that I can use for like work and stuff, like, it's just so much lighter. And that's a MacBook Pro too. I mean, like a MacBook Air or something would be even lighter. And I know there are like probably Windows laptops that like are like that as well. I haven't done like much with smaller Windows laptops. So, I mean, I have like a gaming laptop. But yeah, Lenovo has some cool small laptops. We'll see what I end up with. Yeah, there are just a lot of options. But yeah, I mainly have experience with the bigger laptops with Windows, but I have recently been enlightened to the small Mac that I can just hook to a monitor somewhere. Okay, your laptop's very light. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, anyway, I guess like getting back to like the conversation about internet algorithms. Yeah, when something hits, it hits, or like as in like whenever you get good views, it feels good. I mean, it's never actually happened. Actually, wait, no. Technically, it has happened with a couple of my Toho arrangements. Like, they haven't done like insane numbers, but they've done like good numbers. Like, my most viewed arrangement, I think, is like in the 8,000 view range now, I believe. I might be wrong on that. Actually, let me look this up now. YouTube. Let's just search Senpoo Music. It's gonna be the first result. Oh no. First result is the channel, but the second result is the subscribe to Senpoo Music Grace in a Life video. Okay, 8.7k views is my most viewed video on Senpoo Music. So I mean, that one like felt good. I mean, nowadays it's like an old video, so it's like I don't like keep track of it as much, and also views are kind of lower on Senpoo Music nowadays, but still consistent, but lower. Just because I haven't uploaded in a while, but that video still gets views. But yeah. That's the replacement battery. Oh, how fun. The random BSI upload barely break double digits, and randomly his extra video ran like 200. Oh, that's awesome. Is it like just like an extra clear, or was it like some other thing? I uploaded a few like random 1cc's of mine on the Senpoo Extras channel. They didn't get like a ton of views, but they did get more views than I would have expected. But yeah, I wish like the more recent videos that I actually put effort into got views. Like Arena Clips is too niche to get views. So like I expect that, even though like I probably spend like usually 6 to 8 hours. That's right, I'm more of a 6 to 8 guy myself. But yeah, I spent like I spend probably 6 to 8 hours editing each of those, which I'm bad at editing, but still really bad at scoring. I got like 1.13 billion. Very neat. Yeah, I don't actually know like what like the scoring thresholds. Actually, I can look this up. What are the scoring thresholds? I know Sisyphus is one of the harder ones, but yeah, according to this, okay, Sisyphus big is 2 billion, according to Ballas's website. I just had to look. Yeah, big is 2 billion. Actually, what are the other thresholds? But yeah, at least according to this, yeah, big is 2 billion, bigger is 2.5 billion, super big is 3 billion for Sisyphus. You have to do some really funky shit with Okina's nons. Yeah, I'd imagine. Like, just doing wacky release things. I mean, Sisyphus Extra is one of my few extra clears. It's one of my only 4 extra clears. And yeah, I do have 4 extra clears now. Wait, I did clear Sisyphus Extra, right? Or am I forgetting? I'm pretty sure I cleared that one. It hasn't even been that long, but I'm pretty sure I did clear that one. I cleared Sisyphus, I cleared Wabok. I actually almost first tried Wabok's extra amount. Like, completely blind, I almost first tried it. I died to, like, the final spell. But yeah, then I cleared IN, and I cleared EOSD. Okay, I'm watching ads on Angry Birds. It's hype. Holy shit, TWC reference. Hell yeah. Or I mean, what's the TWC reference? Did I say something? I don't know what I said. Wait, I think. Like repairing things, there's less merit than 2 decades ago. Yeah, I haven't really engaged with that kind of thing too much with like repairing things, so I wouldn't know, but I could see that. About game overing to Saki final. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I watched the Wabok Extra scoring, but yeah, it's been a while. I watched it because Ballas was there. I also know Anna too. I haven't talked to Anna in a while, but it's kind of funny that I've like actively engaged with 2 people and that were in that one like match in TWC. Yeah, Anna's actually one of the first people I ever engaged with in the Toho community. When I first started streaming on Twitch, I was streaming SA and Anna showed up in my chat and invited me to a Discord server, and that's how I know a lot of people like Rox and all them. It's because of that Discord server, owned by Renown. But it was funny, apparently like they were all in call while I was streaming, and Anna like pulled me into like the VC to like explain a strat, and they were all just like watching it happen. It was really funny apparently from their perspective. It was like before I knew like any of them, but I just had a bunch of people in a VC just watching my stream. And I was playing really poorly. But yeah, it was funny. And then obviously like, yeah, I interact with Ballas pretty often nowadays. Ballas is one of the few regulars on my stream. Indeed it is. Also, Purple Moon mentioned. Except I mentioned it just now, but like, I didn't mention it before, but there it is. Again. Oh wait, the music broke. Let's fix that. Toe players are fun to talk to. Yeah, I agree. I don't really engage with the community a ton, but like, it's usually pretty fun if it's like casual. I mean, there are obviously like some Toho fans where it's like you probably wouldn't want to talk with them. I mean, like, there are just like some cases of that, like some people being a little like insane, as with any fandom. But usually the players are pretty cool. I mean, I haven't talked to a ton, and probably none of them know I exist, other than like a few, but yeah, they're always fun to interact with. It's also fun whenever I'm like streaming or something and they just like show up in my chat and just like start like trying to help me and give me advice. That's always fun. Oh yeah, and I guess like related to TWC, I think a really funny story is just the fact that like, I mean, this isn't really a funny story, but it's a neat one. Whenever I was streaming Wabok a while back, I actually got raided by the TWC stream. So that was pretty sick. But yeah, too shy to like talk much to them. Yeah, I'm also too shy. But yeah, I did get raided by the TWC stream while I was playing Wabok. And it was funny because like I wasn't planning on streaming that night, and like I went out to the bar and got really drunk. I mean juiced. I mean, I'm kidding, I'm not doing this on stream, so no, I got really drunk after going to a bar, and I got back home and I was still drunk, and I decided to stream Wabok drunk. It kind of faded pretty quick, so I wasn't like drunk by the time, but like I did get a few. I think I got like 4 1cc's that stream. Actually, I think that was my last Whitbox stream. I don't remember, but like, or maybe like it was a different stream, but either way, I got drunk, decided to stream, got a bunch of 1cc's, and got raided by TWC. It was sick. And yeah, Yokai, best theme. One that doesn't have many views, because going back to the views thing, like, nobody watches my originals, nobody fucking cares. I mean, again, last I checked, which was like not that long ago, my least viewed Senpoo music video was still the Fade of Filigree PC98. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I need to play Woodblock more. I didn't feel like playing anything tonight. I mean, I just did a chatting stream because, like, hopefully I can chat with people and that'll motivate me of, like, maybe I should make more content. That's also why, like, on my community server, I specifically asked, will anybody chat if I stream? Because I knew if the stream, like, didn't do that well, I would probably be like, well, shit, nobody wants to watch me, and then, like, proceed to go back into the crypt, La Crypta, for another, like, 10,000 years or something. Doing great in Kid Icarus Uprising. Very neat. Lightsaber Blaster. Cool. I don't know anything about that game. Other than, like, it exists and Masahiro Sakurai. Ooh, I can buy some Terrance feathers. Let's buy some Terrance feathers. Hell yeah. I got some Terrance feathers, guys. You guys like Terrance from Angry Birds? He's cool. I mean, a lot of them are cool, but I just mentioned Terrance because I got Terrance feathers. Okay, I'm gambling in Angry Birds. Told you before about how I saw the inspirations for Smash 4, right? I think you might have. I feel like I remember something like that. Angry Birds gambling. How is this going so well? What is my luck? I love gambling. Gambling's fun, isn't it? Whoa, I got the ice cream hat. Wow, what is my luck? This is insane. Nobody knows what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this thing in Angry Birds 2 called the Tower of Fortune, if you don't know what it is. And it's basically just gambling. But yeah. But anyway, I feel like we've been having a lot of cool discussions this stream. Talking about Sploot Survival, talking about SMPs, content in general, getting views, Minecraft building and stuff, burnout, Toho project. Yeah, it's fun. Hell yeah, I got an ice cream hat for Red. Let's go. Red Angry Birds. My man is canonically fucked. But yeah, anyway, now that we have like a few more people in the chat though, anybody have ideas for what kind of content I could make like on YouTube? That would be interesting. So I mean, I have Arena Clips, I have Grace in the Life. Anybody just have cool ideas that isn't just like me playing a random game that I probably would never play otherwise? Which I might do at some point, but I mean, that's like the obvious idea of just like, yeah. Like I don't know what else I would do. Grace in the Life is like casual talk about life. Arena Clips is stream highlights. I mean, I could do like Toho stream highlights, but I genuinely don't know how I'd edit those. Like, how do you even edit Toho stream highlights? Because I mean, a lot of the game is just like the same of just dodge this, dodge that, in only like a few moments where it's like, oh, that was close. But like, I feel like just only doing those moments, it kind of breaks the continuity of like going through the run, I guess. Or maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, like, some things are interesting, some things are not interesting, but then most of it is just like, yeah, it's just like normal Toho gameplay. So like, what would be included in a highlight? I have like no idea. Holy crap, we have a new Angry Birds clan battle? Hell yeah. It's totally sick. I feel you. It's tricky. Yeah. It is. Like I don't know what I'd upload. That, and also like if I did Toho highlights, how would I do them? I mean, what if I did highlights of these just chatting streams? I'm kidding. I think that would be like some of the most boring content ever, because most of these are me saying like nothing. And it's usually just like casual discussion to where like it'd be kind of hard to make like an actual video of that. But yeah. You know, I'll play more Angry Birds after the stream. I do think it would be funny though if I made Angry Birds content. I actually kind of want to do that. I guess it would be just chatting highlights with Toho in the background, and if something interesting happens, include that. Yeah, I guess, but my commentary during my Toho streams is so uninteresting that it's like, I think that would be hard. Like, Toho truly is the driving factor in those streams. Grace in the Life, it is more focused on the things I talk about than the gameplay, even if the gameplay is like half of the series. But don't worry, I'll lock in and be funnier. Imagine. Or not imagine like you being funny. No, you're already funny. You're pretty entertaining to just chat with and just read your messages in general. The vibes are there. But I mean, like, imagine though, like, I'm just like, guys, be funnier so I can make a highlight of this. Yeah, I feel like these streams in general are like a bit too chill to like turn into a highlight. Like, it's just casual talking. Like, it's kind of like what Grace in the Life is, except like it isn't supplemented by gameplay. And also it's a bit less focused. But I mean, if anything, these streams are like more real talk than Grace in the Life. Well, Grace in the Life is real talk in the sense of like, I'm just kind of yapping. But this right here is like me yapping and just like talking about whatever the heck anybody wants me to talk about at any given time. Then the arena streams, the gameplay and the moments are fun. There's a bit of both. Mostly gameplay though for the highlights, because it's got to be interesting to watch. And also, we don't say that many funny things on stream during arenas, but we sometimes do, especially more recently with garbage pickup lines. So the ones I've been editing, they don't have garbage pickup lines yet, so it's like we don't have any of those moments so far in the highlights. But yeah, I guess like there's like I have like a trifecta or something. I don't know if you'd call it that, but it's like Grays in the Life. I talk about life and I play Toho. Just chatting streams. So disorganized, and it's literally just whatever happens, happens, and I just talk because I don't feel like doing anything else. And then there's the Senpoo.com blog post where I just like, if I feel like saying something, I'll say it. Which, I mean, not much has happened there yet. And yes, Senpoo.com is real for those who don't know. Dude, my favorite game got a new chapter drop. It's been all consuming the past 2 weeks. Very swag. What game is it? I mean, maybe it's like Deltarune or something, but I feel like it's probably something different because you probably would have said Deltarune if it's Deltarune. And also, I feel like that came out a while ago. Which, again, I haven't played Deltarune. I will someday. Okay, yeah. Wait, is it that one that you mentioned in your Discord bio? Or your status message? What is it? Pokemon Rejuvenation, is that what it is? Okay, yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you literally said it. Yeah, I noticed that you had that in your status. So fucking good. So fucking. But very swag. I haven't played anything like Pokemon related in a very long time. But yeah, that's very cool. It's so unfathomably peak. Is it just kind of like a story thing, or is it like, I mean, obviously it's Pokemon, but it's like, is it just like the story, or is there like some kind of like gameplay mechanic that makes it cool, or is it kind of both? I like cream soda. Cream soda's good. Did the music break? It did. There. Started off like traditional Pokemon, and then... Okay, so it just becomes fucking insane partway through. Very neat. Oh yeah. I've said this for a while now, but I don't play a lot of games anymore. Is that just in the first cutscene? It's like actual bombs going off. Well, no. Yeah, I don't play like a lot of games anymore. I always enjoy when I do play games though. Even if I have like a big backlog, I like don't play much. I still need to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I decided to like buy it because I mean I never bought it when it first came out, even though I meant to. But it's like, I know that's considered one of the best Kirby games, and it's like, I need to play that at some point. Because I literally own it now. I even got the Switch 2 edition. I also got the Galaxy 1 and 2 re-release on Switch. So that's like an excuse to replay those games, which I haven't done since like before Odyssey came out. Because I replayed all the 3D Marios before Odyssey came out. I didn't actually finish them all in time. I got through Galaxy 2. And then Odyssey came out, so I played Odyssey. And then even after Odyssey came out, I went and played 3D Land. And 100%ed that. And then I never did 3D World, although like... I played most of 3D World like back when it like originally came out. The 3D World's a banger. Like, I believe or actually, maybe I did. I don't think I 100% at 3D World, because it requires you to, like, get all flagpoles with all characters. But I at least, like... Or maybe I did, I don't know. I know at least, like, I did beat, like, the final level. I think it's Champions Road in 3D World. But, yeah. There's the Captain Toad, and then the Mystery House. The Mystery House is probably the hardest of the three, honestly. Oh no, that's just opening terrorism. Lamau. Go and collect badges and scuffle with Evil Team along the way. Evil Team sections, you know, like actual evil. Oh, interesting. But yeah, I need to play more games sometime. It goes wild. That's crazy. Well, I said like the generic response thing, like the other one. But yeah, that you're making it sound like it is absolutely insane, so I'm gonna assume it's absolutely insane. But yeah, totally sick. Let's drink some cream soda. Joe Biden would be proud. But yeah, anyway, life, it exists. That sounds like something I would say in grades on life. I'd be like, life, it exists. Like, time travel, worlds looping, and resetting, you fucking die. Lamau. Yeah, that's pretty wild. But yeah, life is life and life exists. But yeah, I did meet up with CVP this weekend, so that was cool. For those who didn't see the arena stream, the CVP showed up midstream, and then we did some one controls keyboard, one controls mouse Minecraft PvP gameplay. So that was cool. But then we did some stuff together during the weekend, so that was pretty fun. The part where you pick what your overall character looks like in the beginning from a lineup. Huh. Interesting. All those characters are real. Interesting. Cream soda. How often do new chapters release? Because, like, yeah, you're saying it's had a iron grip on you for like 4 years. So that is one flaw with Frost, actually. It's not an issue since they use the actual Twitch app to get around it. Interesting. What's the flaw? This one took about 2 to 3 years. Okay, do they all take that long, or is it just this one? Like, is this like a really old fan game that's just continuously updated, or is it like older chapters didn't take as long. Or did it originally release with like a ton of chapters? Yo, CVP exists. Oh, is the flaw that you can't redeem those? Is that what the flaw is? Does CVP exist though? I mean, perhaps he does. It's a free game that's worked on by a dozen or so people. Because it's a small team, but like, yeah, this chapter was like BB, so that's why that one took so long. But I'm guessing the others didn't take as long. Seems pretty real to me. Yeah, I mean, I was about to say his head's probably somewhere, but I don't think it is, actually. But yeah, the other thing is that story is... There's a story split in chapter 15. Interesting. So is it like... There are multiple paths the story can take and you choose which one? So like, so two separate routes. So is that like a replayability thing as well? Like, so like, you want to experience both routes, or does it not really matter that much? Okay, good and bad. Interesting. Yeah, this sounds absolutely insane. Paragon, good route. Disordered, renegade. Renegade, or something. That's like a dance or something, right? I feel like I remember that's like a thing people would say ironically back in the day. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Me when consumer. You're destroying the world. And to tell you upfront when you're offered the choice, like, yeah, there's no post-game. Huh. Interesting. So is that just straight up like you become evil, or is it like choose going that route? It's like, yeah. Oh, hey, the music broke. I didn't know this one actually broke. That's cool. But yeah, to anybody on the stream who's enjoying the music, be sure to check out Senpoo Music. It's been dead for over like a year, but there's a pretty good backlog of content on there to watch. Because it's music, and it's like, it doesn't take that long. It maybe takes like 2 or 3 hours at most to watch it all. So, yeah, Senpoo Music. I think it's between like 2 and 3 hours. Might even be less than 2 hours, I don't know. Oh, there's an ad. Yeah, tell me when the ad's over. Or is it over? Yes, it's good. Okay. And you can't even be given the offer unless you've made lots of bad decisions. Okay, so you just make everyone hate you, and yeah, I see. But yeah, that's pretty swag. But yeah. But yeah, anybody who likes the music, listen to Senpoo music, because, like, yeah, music, that's like my main talent or something, and I haven't uploaded on there in over a year, so that's fun. Coming back eventually with that Satori arrange sometime, I don't know when that'll be. Or maybe I'll upload an original before then, I don't know. I don't know what I'll be motivated to do at any given time. I just know I'm never motivated. But yeah. W Satori, true. Her theme's a banger. Like, absolute banger. And yeah, I like have started the arrange on that. Just I haven't touched it in like a year, so who knows when I'll finish it. But maybe someday. It's just so good. Yeah. Like whenever you get like the key change, like absolute banger. Oh wait, we get Hydro. Okay, hold up. Oh, and we also got Mallet You Grow Bigger. So let's do that as well. So there's Hydro Poo. And then you grow bigger. Wait, no more Ghost Poo. Ghost Poo was never an option on here. Oh, that. I see. Because, I mean, Ghost Poo is a real one that doesn't have a variant, but does exist. That about what do you have to find Ghost Poo's used shorts or whatever? I think they're used shorts or used pants or something. But yeah, Ghost Poo's real. But yeah, Hydro Poo's here, as you can see. I like water or something. But yeah, for those who haven't though, like check out senpoo.com. I mean, like the website itself I just made with Claude just so I could throw something together and use the domain for something. But I mean, I did add some cool things of like my own that aren't AI generated on there. So like my actual artwork that is real artwork that kind of sucks because I drew it. Better than AI art though. Like I have that. I have some random blog posts. I did actually move, like I put all the PNG tuber variants on there, so now you can actually like see all the options more easily instead of them just being awkwardly listed out on the redeem. So yeah, there's a page for that. And then also I put all the arenas changelogs on there. So if you ever get bored and want to read old arenas changelogs, they're all there now. So yeah, senpoo.com. It's real. And then splutteam.com will probably continue development at some point. That's not my job, but that's the actual good website with a lot of like development effort put into it. By the homie Mace. I kind of give him a lot of freedom to like make it look good, other than like, obviously I have ideas for how it will look, but I mean I let him kind of, it's kind of an excuse to like let him just mess around with web dev stuff. But also it's like, an actual cool looking website to an extent. So yeah, splootteam.com. But for the low effort one, just for like random shenanigans I put on there, Senpoo.com. But yeah, letting bro cook. Hell yeah, I am letting bro cook. I mean, he's been a bit inactive lately because like he's just been kind of just hanging out, hasn't been in the mood to work on it. But he's done a lot of cool stuff. I mean, obviously like kind of like the general theming of the site is my stuff, but I mean, I'm letting him use it as like a learning experience, and like he did a lot of things, but it kind of slowed down a bit because he wanted to rework some stuff just to like learn it and understand it. So that's kind of why it's been slowed down lately. But I mean, that's the point. It's for him to just like experiment and learn things. So yeah, and also he just knows a lot of stuff about like this kind of stuff. So I mean, I think it's cool to let him explore it. Yeah, there's still a lot of placeholder stuff on the site, as many of you probably already know. But still, stuff exists. Like the homepage is mostly done other than like placeholder links to like the non-existent blog. The about page has placeholder images for all the people on there. Like it literally just uses my profile picture right now. For like everyone, including the people who aren't me. There's an arenas page. So yeah, that exists. The projects page, which obviously will be updated as more projects exist. And then there are a few blank pages that are just kind of there. Like the wiki. There's nothing on the wiki because we haven't actually done anything for the wiki yet. Just got reminded of that Reddit post that was like... I just realized in the new Grey's in the Life video I uploaded last night, I never said like the I was all like thing that I do a lot in those videos specifically for some reason. Guys, I'm fucking making a game. Literally, all the assets are placeholders. Not just some, all. I don't think I've seen that. But yeah, that's really funny though. I feel like that's very easy to happen in some cases. Because I mean, yeah, sometimes you just cook with the code, but you don't make the assets. I think the only, like with like the game dev stuff I've done, which I haven't touched it much recently, but one of the last times I messed around with it, I made a placeholder Philomena sprite. Philomena is one of my OCs for those who don't know, which I mean I think most people know by now. But I made a placeholder sprite for her that looked really bad. So that's fun. And then I used like a random background of mine, and then I put Eternal Banana Race as placeholder music. But yeah, that's fun, I guess. It's just like, yeah, I was gonna ask my girlfriend to help with the assets, but we broke up. Now there's actually 0 assets. Lamau. Yeah, for all of my art assets for like game dev stuff, the final things are gonna be probably Vegemite doing them. At least for Vithoria, it's gonna be Veggie. I feel like I could easily like do something with PM at some point as well, because he makes good art. I feel like I need to start with something that looks good so I can imagine the other stuff. I mean, sort of, but I think it kind of depends on what you're working on, because like, I mean, like you can like have a character design, for example, without having the actual like sprites that you use in a game, for like something like that. Although then again, like other things, like yeah, that's definitely true. Like if you're making a game or something like visual identity. So that's like a thing with Vithoria is that like I genuinely don't know what like the general like background assets are gonna look like. And I feel like that's gonna have a pretty big influence on just like certain other things in the game. So I mean, yeah, I think it goes both ways. It's all colored cubes, I don't feel anything. Yeah, I mean that's like whenever, like obviously there's like the colored cube placeholder assets, but like you could also even do something of just like draw a really scuffed sketch of a character or something. I mean that's what I do with Philomena. Like I have a really scuffed Philomena sprite that I like just drew in like less than 5 minutes. And heck, I even got a detail wrong on it, which is really funny. You played PES 2013. Haven't really played a football game before, but I loved it. I don't know what that is, but that's awesome. Like, I've actually never heard of that. I feel like that's also a common theme. It's like, you'll mention a game on a 3DS and it's just like something that I've never heard of. But still, awesome. But yeah, I think like, it kind of comes with like a balance though with like placeholders versus final assets. Pro Evolution Soccer. Okay, yeah, I've never heard of that. DS and sequels go to console. Hell yeah. But yeah, I think it goes both ways with placeholders. It's like, in some ways, yeah, having a visual identity is important, but in other ways, you can probably get away with it. And it also depends on like what your placeholder assets are. But I mean, yeah. Because I mean, like, for example, with me, it's like I use placeholder assets for Arthoria. Like, even if it were just like cubes and stuff, like I have an idea in my head of like what certain things will look like. Because I mean, the characters, other than one of them, all have designs. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, obviously I only like publicly ever share like 5 of the designs. But I mean, a lot of people have seen the other designs because it's like, I'm not like extremely private about them. I'm just not like, I'm gonna post them everywhere. Like I intentionally don't post the other designs. And instead, just if somebody wants to see them, they can ask me and I'll show it to them. But I gotta keep some surprise. I can't just spoil everything about the game before it comes out. Unless people want me to spoil them. But I mean, yeah, for now I just post Kusano, Ismene, and Maribel. And then Philomena and Mashmu. Because they're like the main characters. Hell yeah, 3DS is hype, yokai. But yeah. I'm gonna throw away this bottle. Cherno appears. Yeah. 3DS and Vita as chilling good friends. They do be chillin'. They do have a bag. The family dog getting excited to take it out for a walk. I think it's funny when you said family dog, I just instantly thought of Brian Griffin. Brian, look out! I mean, dog, family, you know, like a family guy. Fun momes. Guys like fun momes. I like fun momes. Yeah, I know. Can't believe they killed Brian. But he's back. Yeah, 3DS is in fact practical. The music broke. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what type of content I should make. I do have like the 2 series already, but it's like nobody watches those. And again, whenever I say nobody, I don't mean literally nobody, but I mean like it gets like less than 10 views most of the time. Maybe it's less than 20 if I'm lucky. My phone is enough for convenience, but I respect the handheld. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much commute myself these days, because I mean, I'm like a very short bus ride from my office, so. I mean, heck, I don't even usually like, a lot of the time I'm too lazy to even like turn on music to listen to like when I'm traveling, because it's like, or when I'm like riding the bus to the office, because I mean it's such a short bus ride that it's like, it's not really that much time. Semester's awful. I'll probably run it back this upcoming semester. Oh wait, there's an ad. Hold on. Or at least I think there's an ad. Yep, waiting for the ad to end. Is the ad over yet? Okay, ad ended. Okay, running back this upcoming. Yeah. Last semester sucked for me too. I hated it. Very hated it. Really hated it. Fuck grammar. Have to use a... Well, how dare you say, like, even imply that word, Astra? How... Wait, did you just delete your message? Oh wait, no you didn't. Your message just, like, everything moved and I didn't see your message anymore, so I thought you deleted it. I was like... Although I think it would say it was deleted. Or I don't even know if you can delete your own message. I think you can. But yeah, I like lost it, but yeah, a car. I wish I could drive to the office. I mean, I could, but I'd have to pay for parking. And I'd rather not do that. But I drive like a lot of other places. I drive a lot. I love driving. But parking is annoying. Okay, Rhode Island Public Transit Authority is a nightmare you can never wake up from. Sounds like it sucks. Also, I stuttered really hard there. What the heck? I don't know if I've ever stuttered that bad. It wasn't that bad, but... Yeah. Also, Rhode Island, Family Guy reference. Hell yeah. Still the oil of... Oh no, supplements. Like 75% sure this is snake oil. Oh, fun. Rhode Island buses are horrendous and awful. A 45-minute drive from my parents and my school. It takes 2.5 hours. Oh, is that like your... Do you have to do that commute like every day, or is it like... Yeah. Like that sounds awful. Unfortunately. Damn. Yeah, that sounds awful. Yeah, having to do that every day would just suck. I mean, you would know. But yeah, driving's fun. Long drives are kind of painful though. I mean, even like the semi-long ones can be annoying. I did a lot of driving this weekend. So I drove to a couple places that were pretty far away. Not like really far away, but like far enough to where it like felt like a trip. I was scheduled to try to consolidate all my classes in fewer days. Yeah, that sounds like a good way to do it. Like, I'd rather have like 2 classes like in one day than like have like classes on like different days and then like more days that I actually have to go somewhere. Yeah, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. Not 5 days a week. Last semester I only commute for 3 days a week. But still, that's still a lot. I think back during like my undergraduate degree, one of my friends like did like an hour commute like every day. Like one way, which I mean sounds annoying, but like I don't think he had much of a problem with it, but it was still like a thing. Like he would skip class if he could though, because then he didn't have to commute. And he also like worked like a really early morning shift at like a restaurant. So yeah, things were kind of wacky. But you had to like get up extremely early and then also like do like the commute to get to classes and then also get like assignments done. So that was interesting. Like with me, like I get annoyed with like a 10-minute commute. Actually, a 10-minute commute is not bad, but it's like just like traveling in general, like annoys me. Or not like traveling, but like having to get up and go somewhere. Like that's why I'm like glad I'm a computational researcher. It's because like if for any reason I don't feel like going in, I usually don't have to. Obviously classes is different because like most of the time you do need to. Unless you can avoid it, because I mean it depends on the class really. But I mean, like for example, today I didn't even go into the office because I kind of woke up late. But it's okay. I was still able to do work from home because I can do that. But I have to go in tomorrow. Which actually I should probably like end the stream pretty soon. I have to go like extremely early tomorrow, but I have quite a bit going on tomorrow, so yeah. I had door class I just call out of. Yeah, I like just any class that gives you the flexibility of like, okay, yeah, like I'll show up out of respect, but if for any reason I just wake up and feel like shit, I don't have to go. It doesn't matter. Like it's not that like I plan to skip class all the time, but it's just I want to be able to skip class if I need to. Because also lectures don't even benefit me usually. Like I'll go to a lecture and I get nothing out of it. It's usually like the other stuff for the class that like is useful for me, like reading through it on my own time. But the actual lecture is absolutely worthless for me. And especially if classes like place a ton of emphasis on lectures, those are usually the classes I absolutely hate. Because like the lectures literally suck most of the time. Like even a good lecturer, like I'm not gonna get much out of it. And like the only reason I'll show up is just out of respect most of the time. So I mean, I have no reason to be there. My only motive to be there is just respect. To say I'm still pissed off at my gen ed micro econ class I took in sophomore year. Was that one of those where it's like they take attendance or something? 98.5 exam grade average, but attendance was attendance mandatory or? Oh, finished with a C minus. Is it because of attendance? Or is there something else to it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. Like, if you can not show up to class and still do well in the class, then that just shows you know your shit and you're clearly taking it seriously. So it shouldn't matter if you go to class if you're, like, actively engaging with it. Because there's literally no point. Like, some people, like, okay, they'll benefit from the lectures, but not me. I get nothing from those. It's literally just a waste of my time. I mean, heck, I've even like skipped classes just so I can work on assignments for the same class before. Because I actually get things out of the assignments. Every missed class was a flat deduction. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And it was 8 AM? Are you serious? That's garbage. That is like, that's absolute bullshit. Like, I hate professors that are like that. They have no soul. Like, they have too much of an ego where they're just like, oh, my class is the most important thing ever. And, like, they don't fucking care about anything other than just... Like, they don't care if they're wasting your time. Like, even if, like, you clearly take things seriously, it doesn't matter because their class is too important to, like, actually care about you learning the material. It's all about just wasting your time. Like, I can go on many long rants about just the education system as a whole. Like, just, like, the norm for how classes are typically run, I think is just absolute garbage. And it pisses me off. Like, it's part of the reason why I'm possibly even considering becoming a professor. Like, it's that bad to where I'm literally motivated to, like, make a change. Like, I don't know if I will become a professor, I don't know if I want to, but I mean, the more bullshit I deal with, the more I consider that option. Just to, like, give students an actual good experience. Which, I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of good professors, but even them, like, I just don't like the way the classes are run. Generally, yeah, showing up is... Like, what do you get out of it? Like, literally. Yeah, I'd imagine intro classes are probably worse in a lot of the cases. But I mean, I think in a lot of cases, like, yeah, if a professor has too big of an ego, then they'll probably, like, do something. Like, usually, like, older professors, not all of them, but, like, some of them are more likely to be more traditional with, like, oh, you go to class to learn. It's kind of like those, like, stupid, like, boomer comments that you see sometimes, like, where it'll talk about, like, oh, some teacher, like, did, like, a fun activity with their, like, elementary students or something. And the person will be like, why are they doing that in school? They go there to learn. And it's like, I never learned shit in elementary school. like nobody's learning things from school probably. Like, elementary is the time for you to, like, just give kids fun things, because they're not gonna actually care because if you don't make it interesting. But no, some of these people like act like you like learn things in school, but it's like most of the time you don't. It's mostly a waste of time a lot of the time, except in some cases. But it depends on who's learning. Because I mean, some people benefit, but like, yeah, like you'll see those boomers in the comment sections be like, "Why are you doing that in school? You should be learning and reading books." It's like nobody ever did that in school. And if you did, you probably got nothing out of it. A lot of fundamental elementary, especially math and reading. Yeah, like, but like, that's the thing though, is like teachers, like, the whole thing of being like a teacher for elementary is it's like, you gotta make it entertaining for the students. You aren't just gonna like sit there and lecture for like multiple hours straight to teach a kid something. Like, you're gonna come up with like fun activities that feel like a game to the kids, but like, the fundamentals are built in there. But no, apparently, like, it seems like nonsense, because it's not just standard school or whatever. But yeah, even then, like, from a young age, I would always say, like, yeah, I didn't learn anything in school. Like, I think I remember even, like, anytime I saw my grandpa, and, like, he'd be like, oh, how was school today? And I'd be like, good. And he'd be like, did you learn anything? And I'd be like, nope. Because, yeah, like, I never learned things in school. I mean, maybe that just comes from, like, I was considered, like, above average, I guess, back in the day. Like, you know, like, the gifted kid, like, that kind of thing. Like, that was me back in the day. I was considered the smart kid by people. So maybe I was just ahead to where I didn't learn things, but also, like, still, I didn't get much out of school. Twinsies, hell yeah. But yeah, I never got a ton from school. There are like very rare cases where like I'd hear something cool. Like in high school, it maybe got like a little more interesting depending on the class. Like, oh, learning history is cool. Like hearing like funny history facts. I think history was also just fun in high school because like the people I was around. I mean, we're talking like, I was in a history class with CVP. Like, for those who know CVP, he's entertaining, and yeah. Like, he'd always be like, remake Big Poland. Cause I mean, that is history. But I mean, we didn't talk about that in classes, obviously, but I mean, he would bring it up a lot, and then his energy would be talking about, like, the Cold War, and he'd be like, communism! And, like, everyone else would do that. It was just, history was a fun time back in high school, because it was just like, funny communism. That's also, like, that was also kind of why season 1 of Salute Survival was, I did a communist revolution, because, like, communism jokes with my friends. And also that same year, I think we also read Animal Farm, which, like, great book. I love Animal Farm. Didn't get much in middle school, but I did get a lot out of high school. That's cool. I mean, but, like, I think you in high school, you kind of, like, took some more classes kind of related to your interests, if I remember. Or at least, like, slightly more toward. Like, I never did that, and I actually hated that kind of thing back in high school, because it's, like, any of, like, the career-oriented classes, I hated those because, like, at that time, I had no idea what I wanted to do, so, like, I didn't want to have to think about my career, because I genuinely had no idea. But, I mean, for someone who, like, knows the things they like, then, like, I think that would have been cool. But I mean, yeah. I don't remember anything from middle school. Yeah, I don't remember much from middle school either. I mean, I have some... There's some, like, things in there. I mean, school itself, not much happened. I think most of my memories are just, like, a few random interactions, but even that feels like a blur. I mean, that was, like, almost, like, 10 years ago for me, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, middle school. Middle school, like, I mean, I think I look back and say, like, oh yeah, middle school sucked, but it wasn't that bad for me. Like, I wouldn't say I was, like, actively, like, depressed in middle school, like a lot of people could say, but I mean, looking back, middle school is kind of, like, where a lot of the issues I face even nowadays kind of started. Like, the social life stuff. Because, I mean, I was the guy, like, I didn't get, like, bullied or anything in middle school. I never had those problems. I was never involved in any, like, weird middle school drama. I was just kind of, like, the guy that, like, everybody knew and respected, but, like, nobody would, like, really talk too much. So I wasn't, like, popular or anything. So, I mean, yeah, that was kind of my dynamic in middle school. But I was just kind of this guy that, like, nobody really messed with. So that's kind of cool. But I was just, like, notoriously, or not notoriously, but, like, I was, like, considered the smart kid. Which, I mean, not to brag, but I kind of was. But, yeah, that's kind of how I was in middle school. But I do have, like, some random memories. I mean, that thing I say at Grades of Life sometime, like, I was all, like, girlfriend, like, that's a middle school memory. That's, like, a thing that happened in middle school. And, like, I still think about it all the time, and it's funny. And so I start quoting it. But yeah, that's a middle school memory. Like, I was all, like, girlfriend. But yeah, the good ending, true. So true. Holy shit, I sparked the fuck out of Orwell. I actually read it because, like, I mean, again, I actually like the book. Because, I mean, it was funny because it's, like, the people I was around is just the people who meme about communism all day. Like, even before we read that book, people memed about communism. But then literally reading a book about communism, like, that was hype as hell. And also a good book. Like, I look back and I enjoyed it a lot. I think I also read Fahrenheit 451 for, like, reading stuff in sophomore year of high school. Which, great book. Fahrenheit 451, absolute banger. I haven't read much, like, at all since high school, though, because, I mean, I think school kind of did, like, ruin reading in a way for me. Even if, like, nowadays it's, like, not that bad. It's, like, being forced to read random books whether you like it or not. Like, I think reading books is fun. It's something that I don't do just because, like, I don't really, like, care enough to. There are a lot of things that I enjoy, but I just don't do because it's, like, I could be doing other things that I enjoy more. But reading is cool. I respect it. But, I mean, definitely when I was a young child, I kind of hated reading because, like, they always force you to read the books that you never wanted to read. So it was, like, not that interesting. Like, I couldn't vibe with it. But, like, later in high school, like, some of the books were actually pretty good. I also read some great books, like, in junior and senior year of high school. Which, yeah, bangers. But, yeah, I'm going just on and on about, like, memories, but, yeah. I think Dissociated 3 Years is a very good ending. No, it is. I mean, you remember all the split stuff from middle school, right, Astra? Like, that time whenever I gave you the server prefix that literally said middle schooler. And I always referred to you as, like, the angry middle schooler. Like, that's what, like, I literally, like, called you the angry middle schooler to people who didn't know you. Because, like, yeah. Like, you were definitely passionate about things in middle school. I mean, not, like, school stuff, but I mean, just as a person. Or maybe you're only talking about classes and stuff. Which, like, yeah, I agree. I don't remember much with classes other than, like... Okay, some of the teachers were, like, cool. I was on good terms with, like, pretty much all the teachers. I think I had, like, one teacher that, like, I didn't really fuck with. But, like... Actually, that teacher made me cry once. That was fun. But I mean, all the other teachers were really cool. I haven't actually had that many bad teachers in my time. My S did not read 1984. I didn't either, because, I mean, they never had us read 1984 for me, but... yeah, I think it would be a fun one to read, just because it's, like, a classic and it's, like, iconic. But yeah. But yeah, we did read Animal Farm, though. Sometimes I feel like the only one who read every book. Did you read, like, every book, or, like... or maybe you did, just because, like, you're like, oh, I'm supposed to, so I'm going to. With me, I usually just, like, actually did read every book, but, like... I definitely didn't retain much information from the reading, because, like... I just didn't fuck with it. I think I remember, like, 9th grade, specifically, was, like... kind of weird for me. I think, like, the very first book we read, which, like, I know it's, like, a good story, but, like... or at least it's, like, pretty interesting. I mean, it makes sense, but, like... you guys know about Life of Pi? Like, that book. We read that book, but, like, with me, like... I was already struggling and, like, really tired with, like, my sleep schedule around then. And so whenever, like, I was, like, actively, like, falling asleep whenever I was trying to do, like, assigned reading, it's to the point where, like, I just struggled really badly with retaining it. And it was just a lot. Like, the amount we had to read in a short amount of time was just a lot. I remember that one specifically, though, because it was like that. So, I mean, I know how the book goes. I mean, yeah, it's good. But it's like, I didn't retain much, so if we had, like, quizzes on the reading, it was like, this doesn't feel right. Like, I don't remember any of these, like, very odd specific details. Okay, Yokai's back. It's a football game. I chiseled it. Create your own character. His career follow until retirement. Huh, interesting. It sounds fun. That's a banger. Very bad, very low grade goad. Hell yeah. Agreed. Ad for data centers. Lamau. I don't know what you guys missed with the ad, because I've been, like, scrolled way up in chat, so I didn't see that until just now, that there's an ad. I don't know how long ago that was. Apparently in Virginia, the data centers look somewhat bearable on the comm unit. Community, that's what you mean. I was struggling. I was like, the communism? The commune? The comm unit? Huh, interesting. But yeah, but yeah, school's just an interesting conversation, though, because, like, yeah, I didn't get much out of it. Like, I feel like I maybe got a little bit out of high school, but, like, it was more about the times anyway. Like, I mean, just, like, the good times and the bad times. That's what school kind of was. But, I mean, yeah, middle school didn't suck that bad, even though, like, I do, like, at the time and even nowadays, I consider that kind of, like, the start of the downhill. Because elementary was like, oh hey, I'm like everyone's friends with everyone, this is cool, and it was kind of a contrast whenever it's like all these people you were already friends with and, like, well established with, they suddenly just, like, kind of stop talking to each other. Seemingly out of nowhere, it was random. Like, nothing really changed. But it was weird, it was just, like, made me feel lonely, even though I still had friends. And then, like, obviously things got worse, and it's like, yeah. That's kind of high school. But, I mean, you do meet new people. You become, like, tighter knit with, like, smaller groups of people. But also, like, even then, like, it still kind of feels like that, like, nobody wants to talk to you. And, I mean, in high school, I even had this feeling that, like, even my own friends didn't want to deal with me. That's kind of why I was just kind of, like, I mean, I was probably depressed in high school. Like, at least, like, partway through. I mean, beginning was, like, freshman year, I didn't really have too many friends, but I had friends. Sophomore year is kind of when I started making a lot of friends. That's why I met CBP. I mean, I technically had, like, met him freshman year, but I didn't start, like, actually, like, talking to him until sophomore year of high school. But yeah, then junior year is kind of whenever I was just kind of, like, genuinely bothered by shit. Like junior year was so bad. Whenever like the pandemic hit, it was just like I'm glad that I don't have to see any of these people, even though they were literally like some of my closest friends. Wait, is the stream dead? Oh, never mind. I was about to say, like, it still looks like it's going on my end. Oh wait. My best friend, because he broke his arm in 6th grade, so he couldn't do typing class. So we got swapped into your art class. How do you do art in a cast? I have no clue. I don't know. To try your best, I guess. I think the concept of art classes is also just kind of weird, because it's like, okay, yeah, you do art, but then you're like graded on art. But I mean, if it is like less objective and more just kind of like, yeah, if you put effort in, you get a good grade, then that works. Like that's a great thing. Like encouraging people to be creative. That's the purpose of art class. But yeah. But I mean, yeah. Yeah, I like how I'm just reflecting on my childhood on stream. I mean, it's an interesting topic, I guess. And we can make cool conversation about, like, whatever bullshit we might have dealt with. But yeah. Either way, that's kind of how my life has gone. And then college was kind of like almost similar to high school. It's like freshman year I barely knew anyone. Sophomore year I maybe met some people. Junior year I actually kind of got friends. And senior year I hung out with those friends more. That was my college experience. And then grad school is kind of the same, only like it kind of progressed faster because I mean I've only been in grad school for like almost a year now. And I mean I already have some friends, so that's cool. Gonna head to bed. Good night, gamers. Good night, 6'7" guy. Hope you sleep well. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. It's always fun chatting. I mean, that's why I do these streams, but like, yeah, you're fun to talk to. But yeah. But of course. Have yourselves a damn good one. I don't know what you're about to say. You can say a lot of things. This is like a cliffhanger. Just but of course. Or maybe it's but of course for like the like me saying thanks for being here. But yeah, the way that was typed, it feels like a like a cliffhanger, like something else is coming, or maybe something else is coming. I don't know. But yeah, we are chilling. But yeah, I do need to at some point do more Touhou streams because like Touhou's fun. I mean, I kind of did a Graze in the Life last night just to like. I feel like I need to upload something, and I had an idea of something to talk about, and it also gave me an excuse to play Touhou without putting much effort in, of just doing like a single run. And heck, I even did Story of Eastern Wonderland because it was the shorter game. It's only 5 stages. And by the way, if you guys haven't watched that Graze in the Life video, you should, because I think it was a good one. The gameplay was cool, and then also the topic was kind of neat. Even though, like, maybe like by stage 4, I kind of stopped talking about it because like they ran out of things to do. But it was all about the Touhou gameplay there. But yeah, it's an entertaining run, so be sure to check it out if you like Touhou gameplay, that is. And if not, you should check it out anyway because I talk about other things. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. We've talked about a lot of cool things this stream. I like this. Talking about the past is fun. Talking about... Actually, Split Survival is the past, but... Character I made, headcanons, Emma's Transfem, who had to keep doing men's football after coming out. IDK find the idea of a cool setup for a story. That is a pretty cool setup. I mean, I bet that could, like, lead to some crazy lore, I guess. Seems like something that would be like a movie or something. Don't know what kind of movie, but a movie. Like some kind of like comedy movie that like has like some like really like serious, deeper meaning. Very character-driven, serious, deeper meaning, but with comedic elements. So anybody who isn't smart will just be like, haha, funny movie. But the people who notice are like, yeah, this hits. Has a deeper message about gender norms. And then there would be people who would be like, this movie is woke. This movie is woke. You have all kinds of people in the world. All fighting from different sides. That could be a movie itself of just like the different people reacting to that movie. Maybe like one of those stories where you have a bunch of like mini stories, like all like kind of stitched together, taking place in the same universe, and they somehow like overlap with each other. Like the one Simpsons episode with like steamed hands. That episode. But yeah. I think I probably will end the stream though, because I mean, yeah, I do actually need to like be somewhere tomorrow. And also I have to like do some things tomorrow, because like I have a few things going on tomorrow. So yeah. This was a fun chatting stream. These are always pretty fun. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whatever it is where you live. Yeah, imagine that annoying guy, this movie is woke, it sucks. Normal viewer. Well, it's about transfer, so why would you watch that when you complain that it's woke? Because obviously they want to complain that it's woke. Clearly. Or either that or they didn't watch it. Have a good time zone. True. And that's a command, by the way. Have a good time zone. Some time zones suck, totally. If you're not in my time zone, you suck. I'm kidding. No, you don't. We love you, yokai. You don't suck. You're awesome, yokai. But yeah, subscribe to Senpoo Music. Also watch Grace in a Life, because I upload a new video. Please, I need views. But yeah, have a great night. Bye. Simpson Astro, cute. Thank you, yokai.